Get the Super Bowl out of your system. That's not what we're doing here today. Is 2025 the year of the elite quarterback?
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks constipated. It's Short King Summer.
All right, GM, everyone. We got big stuff going on today. The number one question, the thing that I get more often doing these streams than anything is, why are you not taking the elite quarterbacks? Why don't you want Josh Allen? Why don't you want Jaden Daniels? Why don't you want Jalen Hurts? And I think it's a pretty valid question. I did change and chop and move around the rankings over at patreon.com/Davis Mattek. I moved the quarterbacks up a little bit. Did not quite get them with ADP. But we're going to keep doing as we always do. We are on the road to 250,000 American dollars in the big board. I have got the draft caddy ready to go. I've got the sidekick up and running, and it is time. Let's go ahead and hop into the big board. I have 117 drafts left to go, so I suppose that would make this my 34th big board number 34. Of 150. Let's do it. You will be entered into this draft. Got it. Boom. The redirect from the Swolecast worked. If you came over from the Swolecast, thank you. Thank you for being here, boys. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you are indeed in the mood for some hot best ball action, you are in the right spot. Is this big board 34 of 150? Yes. Yeah, big board 34 of 150. We are done. We are in it. Let's fill this room up. Remember, you do not have to draft well, but you better draft quickly. I hope that we don't get, what was that guy's name yesterday? Rudy Baller. I hope we don't get Rudy Baller in here. I hope that we do not get JC 1412 in here. I hope we have a bunch of very serious men. Yeah, please like the video. If you're new to the channel, please come and please hang out, man. Well, first off, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I am absolutely begging you. The subscribe button right down there. You just go and click the subscribe button. I would appreciate that. But liking the video, subscribing to the channel, you guys are helping me out. All right, we are full here. I am drafting from the 1.9. Let's check our friends and family here. We've got Jared 0413, believe he might be a friend of family. Deep State Comics, Psychedelic Curs, OMG, Omega King, Showy, J Rexness. Remember, you don't have to draft well, but you do have to draft quickly. Is Aaron Rodgers going to put Shadur on ice for a year? I don't think so. I don't think that there are enough quarterback openings, honestly. I don't think. There we go. Isaac, Showy at 11. Please don't snipe me, but more importantly, please draft quickly, because the quicker you draft, the more of these I can get through. Very hard to do 150 big boards all on stream before the contest closes. There we go. Jared, thank you, man. I believe you are a new memby to the channel, so thank you very much for that. Thank you to all the members. Thank you to all of the members in the super chats from yesterday. That was very awesome. All right, we've got an underdog DFS pick'em entry to tail, which I'll Nick, remind me of this, and I will tail it immediately following this on the Underdog Fantasy app. All right, pretty chalk first round here. We do have Jefferson going ahead of Gibbs, which I think is perfectly defensible. We're going to get a wide receiver we like. We don't really care which one it is. It'll be Nico or St. Brown. Maybe I'll take Brian Thomas Jr. just to be fun. All right, no, we'll take Nico Collins. Bada bing, bada boom. Fletch in the 12. On the bump 12 in the 2 spot. Oh, in the 2 spot. All right. Well, first off, I appreciate all of you guys joining. And the main reason why I appreciate all of you guys joining is we are gonna go quickly. We are gonna be cooking here, and I better not be the one to mess it up. We are gonna do not get AJ Brown, who I really like. All right, screw it, dude. We're taking Henry. My UCL lock for today. If you guys remind me here in a little bit before the contest locks, we will do the entry. But I looked earlier. My favorite is Kylian Mbappe on Underdog. You can get Mr. Mbappe to score a goal at 1.19 multiplier, which I really like. Yes, if the contest gets filled earlier than my expectations, this is what I'm gonna have to do, Tim. I'm gonna have to rip a bunch. Is what it is. I'm gonna have to get on, and not only am I gonna have to rip a bunch, I'm probably gonna have to multi-table. So I'm probably gonna have to do 2 or 3 at a time. Is really probably the only way that it works. I have looked into Jarquez Hunter. I don't love Jarquez Hunter. Let me pull up his prospect box score scout profile. And let me remember why that is. So the first thing is he's a 4-year prospect who never got more than 200 touches in a season. He was really lightly involved as a receiver. He was only over 50% of the backfield once. But I think if I remember from reading about him, I believe he is expected to do quite well at the combine. So I'm keeping my mind open on all of these guys. But Hunter, not a guy I'm like super on right now. I'll tell you a guy who's been rising a little bit for me is Jordan James from Oregon. I do not love him, but he's pretty high on these big boards. Dane Brugler put out a big board this morning, and he was, I believe, the 67th prospect. Jordan James, the running back from Oregon. So I'm a little bit more woke. Yeah, Dane likes him a lot. So I'm keeping, because if he's going to be a 3rd-round running back, you're going to want a good bit of him. And he played with Bucky Irving, so maybe a little bit of a reason why he wasn't that high. Who's this? Sidekick's going to tell me to take Worthy. Who am I to? Oh, no, Chase Brown. There we go. First Chase Brown share, I think, on stream. So we've got Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, and Nico Collins. James led the class in yards per carry if you subtract 15-plus yard runs. That's actually kind of an interesting stat. My thoughts on Kellen Moore to the Saints, I actually like it. I actually think Kellen Moore to the Saints is pretty strong. Dang, I moved Rashee Rice down in my rankings, and I didn't move him down far enough, it appears. Okay, there we go. I'm going to take Rome. I'm going to try and get a little bit more Rome and a little bit more Caleb Williams. So we've got Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Nico Collins, and Rome Odunze. Boys, we are cooking. The pace in this is excellent. Had my first bad beat in my young fantasy career. If I had Gibbs instead of St. Brown, I would have solo shipped the $35 FFPC. Yeah, that does feel bad. That does feel pretty bad. Well, Ron, it's interesting you would say this, that Caleb Johnson was worse than that stat, because when you look at Caleb Johnson, when you watch Caleb Johnson, when you see Caleb Johnson's measurements, you would think like, oh, well, Caleb Johnson's got to be a grinder, right? I mean, he went to Iowa. He's a big-bodied guy. You wouldn't think, but he had a great percentage of breakaway runs. And I don't, like, obviously you don't want to punish a guy for having long runs. You know, you don't want to punish a guy for ripping off a bunch of breakaways, but it is interesting that a big-bodied guy would not rank super well in, like, success rate, basically, is what that's measuring. From 1 to 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. Got in the draft before this one, and they didn't get the draft quickly message still in the 3rd round. Yeah, well, that's what you got to do. You gotta bully people into making the right decision. Ooh, that's That's pretty good. That's pretty good, John. Thiel's Breesy. He was also bad in that metric. Okay. All right. Yeah, I could see the Caleb Johnson to Brees correlation, actually. All right, we are up in a couple picks. We have Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Nico Collins, and Rome Odunze. Feels like I definitely need a wide receiver with the next pick. I'm fine with Waddle or Olave, which is really funny because they're basically just grouped together. If I don't get them, I'm also fine with Kamara. I'm actually going to take... No, I am going to take Olave. Bang. All right. Nope. First misclick of the day. Amari and Hampton instead of Olave, which actually I think in this combination of players is fine. Because when you take Henry, you want to be getting some younger guys who are going to have the back-weighted production. Yeah. My first misclick of the stream. I'm not always used to drafting in the Firefox window. It's been a little bit of a new skill to learn. And there's going to be a wide receiver here we like anyway. There's going to be a wide receiver. I'm fine. Actually, Jaden Reed. I have like none of Jaden Reed. Oh, you know what? Bang. All right, we got Jaden Reed. I need to re-upload my custom rankings to the Sidekick. I'll do that after this draft. I need to because I have the new rankings from patreon.com/DavisMattek loaded in my draft window, but I don't have it loaded up in the Sidekick. So I need to go and do that. This is a good spot for Caleb Johnson. There probably should not be a 10 pick discrepancy between Hampton and Caleb Johnson. This is exactly what I think. I think not only do I think that Ben Johnson is going to teach Caleb how to attack the splash zone, I think he's going to teach him quite a bit. Yeah, this room, everyone in this one, you guys are doing great. You guys are doing awesome. We are fucking ripping through this draft right now. We are doing great work. Should we be drafting Isaiah Davis over Braylon Allen? In my opinion, no. In my opinion, I think Braylon Allen is the better of the two players. I did like Isaiah Davis as a prospect. I did. But Braylon Allen is dude, he was so good, so young. When the game still mattered, one of the things that's impacting my analysis there is when the game still mattered for the Jets, they were going Braylon over Isaiah Davis. They basically split at the end of the year. Davis and Braylon basically split at the end of the year. Hey man, if Hampton is a Charger or a Viking, then this team is in a good spot. Then taking Braylon here is what you want. So we have Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Amari and Hampton, Nico Collins, Rome Odunze, and Jaden Reed. All right, there we go. Let's get back to the draft board. Yeah, last big board. I had 60% of Braylon Allen, so I was pretty excited when he ended up being a Jet. Not as exciting as being a Cowboy, obviously, but I thought it was a good spot for him as a clear handcuff. All right, we are up in a couple picks here. We probably need another wide receiver. Wow, why do I have Brandon Ayuk ranked there? I honestly, in my mind, I kind of want to swap those guys. I guess the Kansas City stuff is all fucked up. Well, we might be about to take my very first Brandon Ayuk share, I believe. I kind of like Downs too, because I need to set up a quarterback. All right, whatever. Let's do it. Ayuk first, Brandon Ayuk share. Got her done. We always assign these exciting RBs to RB needy teams, but half those teams always bring in a vet and a running back and use the later rounds or UDFAs. Yeah, I think I've been pretty consistent on that point here, actually. I think a lot of the teams that we don't envision needing a running back are going to take a running back. You know what? I'm going to try and push Purdy in this room, Sidekick, and I'm going to take Matthew Golden. Matthew Golden in all of this big board stuff is way higher than it would be indicated. He was in the top 25, or I believe he was 27th actually on Dane Brugler's big board today. Who is going to win? Madrid is going to win today. Madrid is going to win 2-1 with a Kylian Mbappe goal. Yeah, I'm definitely lightest on Ayuk and much heavier. You know what? Actually, before I even forget, let me pull up my ranking sheet, and I'm going to redo this over on. I'm going to move Jennings up, and I'm going to move Brandon Ayuk down. I thought I already did this, but I don't. All right, Brandon Ayuk is going to move down, and I'm going to move him right next to Jalen McMillan, because that is where he deserves to go. So, and I'm going to move my good friend Juwan Jennings up, because that is what I philosophically believe. Delete and shift cell up. You guys can tell I do this like a boomer because I literally just do it in the Google Sheet so that I don't mess up the player ADPs. Okay, so if you are a patreon.com/Davis Mattek subscriber, you can go into the Patreon and the Google Sheet, and you are gonna get the rankings are updated. You can check that out there. You said yesterday, I'm never taking Jack Besh again. If you like Beth, and yeah, I guess what I meant by I'm never taking Jack Besh again, I suppose what I meant by that is I'm just never going to be able to get him in these rooms, because a lot of the guys who are in my rooms are very smart players, and they know that Besh is a very high upside option. Okay. Both of my quarterbacks that I wanted went. That sucks. I don't have any other stacks live right here. Actually, yes, I do. I have one. Okay. All right. We're going to take Jordan Love. I think I literally have 0 Jordan Love. So there's my first Jordan Love team, I believe. That sucks. Yes, I can explain the Jennings hype. A very disproportionate amount of his targets in his career and in last season came on third down and in the red zone, which would indicate 1, that Shanahan trusts him in those spots, and 2, that Purdy trusts him in those spots. And it's also indicative of future targets. So it just makes me feel pretty good about Juwan Jennings. I thought he was pretty spectacular. All right. Why does it want me to take Diggs? I'm taking my boy Marvin Mims. All right, we have a 1-3-6, so we made up for being lighter on wide receiver. We have Jordan Love, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Amarian Hampton, Nico Collins, Roma Dunze, Jaden Reed, Brandon Ayuk, Matthew Golden, and Marvin Mims. It's a pretty good team, and we are cooking in this draft. Everyone in this draft, you get a gold star from me, brothers. I love and appreciate all of you guys for drafting quickly. Early 2025 Super Bowl prediction. Baltimore Ravens versus the San Francisco 49ers. There's your early 2025 Super Bowl prediction. Isn't Kyle Williams 17 years old? Not Kyle Williams. Savion Williams? If Ayuk, Pearsall, CMC, Debo Debo is probably not going to be on the team. So it sounds like Debo is going to get traded. Yeah. Jennings did get extended. Jennings did have a 2.44 yards per route run last year. Ryan Williams. Who's Kyle Williams? Kyle Williams, NFL draft. The Washington State guy? I knew the name sounded familiar. I guess so I'm familiar with him from playing college football DFS. Wow. Wide receiver 6 is too high for me for Kyle Williams. I mean, He's okay. Like I certainly don't think Kyle Williams is bad, but I mean, Debo's value is going to be bad if he's fat. T. Sorensen, he's gonna be bad if he's bad. If Debo is healthy and retains his speed and his change of direction ability, he's gonna be good again, regardless of where he's at. No, the Kyle, I know this Kyle Williams from Washington State from playing college football DFS, but I didn't realize he was viewed as a serious NFL prospect. Honestly, he is like, and I got to look it up, but he's like old and was not particularly productive. So he's a 5-year prospect who didn't break out until his final year. He transferred from UNLV. I mean, I guess I can see it, but I don't know. I'm actually going to skip all this stuff, and I'm going to take CJ Stroud, assuming Omega King does not take him, to set up the Nico stack. All right, there we go. We added CJ Stroud to the quarterback room. So we have Jordan Love with Reed, CJ Stroud with Nico, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Amarian Hampton, Nico Collins, Roma Dunze, Jaden Reed, Brandon Ayuk, Matthew Golden, and Marvin Mims. This might be a 4 tight end team. We did 1 4 tight end team yesterday. I'll tell you who I'm going to take. I'm actually going to reach here a little bit. I'm going to reach a good bit, actually. And I'm going to take Colston Loveland. So Colston Loveland, I moved way up my rankings. I think I moved him up 15 spots in the rankings. He was on Dane Brugler's big board. Colston Loveland. You guys know where he was at in the Dane Brugler big board? He was 11th, 1 spot behind Tyler Warren. And I'm not saying that Dane is right or wrong, but what I do know is that Dane is very in touch with the NFL. Probably of the draft guys, I would say Dane is probably most in touch and in tune with what NFL scouts, what NFL front office people are saying. Like I would say, and Jeremiah as well is also very, very plugged in. So I'm not saying that Dane is like this great talent evaluator and like his word is gospel, but if he's telling us that Colston Loveland is 11 on his big board, what he's hearing is that NFL teams are really high on Colston Loveland. And if Colston Loveland is a first round pick, I mean, no disrespect to Dalton Kincaid, but he should be going ahead of Dalton Kincaid. Loveland tight end 1. And I don't think that people are overblowing calling Debo fat, Nick. He looked massive at the Super Bowl. Full disrespect intended to Dalton Kincaid. Loveland could play wide receiver at the NFL level. I mean, I've not watched a ton of him, so I cannot state if that is true or false. He looked pretty good to me, though. By the way, my mustache now is getting so long. I really need to trim it. My mustache is so long that it is like actively annoying me while I'm talking. So probably a signal that I need to trim it today. Season ticket holder for Michigan. Loveland's the real deal. Okay. This would be a good spot to take a running back, but I don't like any of the running backs here. I think I sadly am going to have to... Well, Omega King's probably going to take him, but if he doesn't... Oh, yeah, this is a good spot to take Wicks as well. But I'm going to take Kincaid. Okay, nope. I'm going to take Wicks. So we add Wicks in with Love. And now I'm going to have to do... a little bit of reaching on some tight end. Where are we at? So we did get to... Oh, we didn't even get to bucket 1 on wide receiver. So that's not great. Yeah, people are big on Elijah Arroyo and Mason Taylor as well. And Gunnar Helm as well. I think this is going to be my first Rico Dowdle team. If Jay Gens, yeah, all right, there we go, Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle is going to sign somewhere as like a Devin Singletary type He's at pick 160. I think he's fine. I think it's fine to take Rico Dowdle there. We are cooking on this draft, by the way, though. We are in the 14th round, and about 22 minutes has elapsed in this draft. So let me give all of you a big salute. We are killing it right now. It's probably not going to work as well for the next draft. John said the Chiefs can still win if Mike Pence has the courage, word for word, at his Super Bowl party, got hella laughs, and gave me 0 credit. It was a pretty funny tweet. I agree. I had the same feeling watching Texas. I was like, wow, this Gunnar Helm guy is badass. I think Rico goes back to Dallas on 1 year, $6 million. Like, worst case, he is the Genty handcuff. Well, just because we're late to the party doesn't mean that we can't win. You know, just because you're late to the party on Jack Bash doesn't mean we can't join the Bash party, bro. All right, we have got Jordan Love double stacked with Jaden Reed and Dontavian Wicks. We have CJ Stroud with Nico. Running back room, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Amari Hampton, Rico Dowdle, Nico Collins, Roma Dunze, Jaden Reed, Brandon Ayuk, Matthew Golden, Marvin Mims, Dontavian Wicks, Colston Loveland at tight end. We desperately need a tight end here. Yes. Yeah, Rico is averaging 100 yards a game on a bad offense once he gets the full-time role. Yes, I did see the guy, my good friend Adam. Adam and I are business associates at Endgame Syndicate and at Run the Sims. I think not only do I think that JJ McCarthy wins the job in Minnesota, I think he is just given the job in Minnesota, Nick. I think that Sam Darnold is going to be on a different team when the season rolls around. All right, we're going to take any of these veteran tight ends. We don't really care which one. Who took Justin Fields in this draft? Has Justin Fields been selected? Are we at 177 and Fields is undrafted? I'm probably going to take Justin Fields if no one else takes him. Yeah, I'm going to take Justin Fields here. Is that a fall? Yeah, that's a fall for Justin Fields. So this might be a 4 quarterback or a 4 tight end team. Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Justin Fields, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Amari Hampton, Rico Dowdle, Nico Collins, Roma Dunze, Jaden Reed, Brandon Ayuk, Matthew Golden, Marvin Mims, Wicks, and Colston Loveland. We are this one will be pretty interesting. Yeah. Thank you guys for all giving me Mr. Fields. You guys gonna leave me Freiermuth too? No, Freiermuth went. So we're about to take the dustiest old. Actually, I'm gonna take Dalton Schultz to do the double stack. So I took Dalton Schultz instead of Zach Ertz. Certainly some retirement stuff with Zach Ertz. So now we have Colston Loveland and Dalton Schultz in the tight end room. I will not have any Danny Dimes team this year, but I suppose I've seen worse things. He could play some. McMillan is not going to fall that far for me personally. McMillan is not going to fall that far because I'm actually just sort of expecting Godwin to re-sign with Tampa Bay. Like Cade Otton, but Cade Otton doesn't really demand targets. We've got Baker Mayfield as a quarterback who can, he provides value. So I'm not really all that concerned about it. Keep the Chief. You're a little bored, bro, because it's time box. Do you think about drafts any differently? Not really, because the sort of time boxing stuff that's going to matter is going to be unpredictable. It's going to be like free agency or a guy moving teams or a guy getting injured, or a guy retiring. Remember when Darren Waller retired? It's going to be something like that. So I think it's a little bit different than thinking about time box contests in the regular season. So in the regular season, the thing that you have to think about is like BBM's open the whole time. So a big ADP riser kind of becomes off limits a little bit, right? Whereas that is not so much the case in these contests. We're not going to see huge ADP fluctuations based on concrete things. Like the ADP fluctuations we will see, I mean, they're going to be based on like mock drafts. They're going to be based on, in Mel Kiper's mock draft, in mock draft X, Y, or Z, we had Jalen Royals went in the first round. All right, I'm going to take my guy DJ Giddens, Kansas State University. Bang, got it. Thank you, Mr. Giddens. Always love to select a fellow Wildcat. I think Kelsey is probably closer to retiring. I took him yesterday in the 11th round. I moved him even further down in my rankings today. Obviously, it's not 100%, but it does feel pretty likely. Not related to this draft, but is Tajay Spears' role pretty secure? See, I think no. Spears, to me, is the exact type of guy who is replaced so easily. That he could be replaced by a UDFA. No sweat, no problem. All right, Besh is already gone. I believe Gunnar Helm is my most drafted player, so I'm going to take Mason Taylor here as my next. Actually, no, let's do Arroyo. We'll do Elijah Arroyo as my tight end 3. Loveland, Schultz, and Arroyo. Yeah, it feels unlikely that it would be the end of the Chiefs dynasty, but you never know. You do never know. If but I think it would be unlikely. Yeah, so there's been huge ADP fluctuations from the first day or the first week or whatever, just because there was no rankings, there was no content when it first opened. So when rankings start to, but even then, it's not based on anything concrete. It's just based off rankings, and the rankings might be wrong. Like my rankings in this draft applet that you can get on patreon.com/DavisMack, they just might not be right. 30-minute draft. Yeah, we're cooking, bros. Yeah, Hollywood opened unranked. So that was just wrong, Any interest in Miles Sanders? Not for me, but I am playing this contest in a different way, Fletch. I am very interested in the rookies in this contest because of my supposition and belief that this is one of the best rookie running back classes that we've seen in a long time. And I think that we are going to see a lot of guys like even better guys than Miles Sanders, even guys like Rico Dowdle, guys like Jaleel McLaughlin, who I randomly took yesterday for no reason, guys like Kenneth Gainwell, guys like Ty Johnson, guys like Devin Singletary. I think that a lot of those guys are really likely to be replaced by rookies. I mean, they're really, really likely to see their production siphoned off by these rookies. But if you don't believe that, and I could be wrong, I'm wrong about stuff all the time. Any of you guys who've hung out here know that I love to be wrong about stuff. All right, let's ship one more running back. Hope I can get my boy LeQuint. If Omega King does not take him, we do get my boy LeQuint, and then we need one more wide receiver. Actually, Sidekick's telling me to take another tight end. Are we okay with this wide receiver room? Nico Collins, Rome Odunze, Jaden Reed, Brandon Ayuk, Matthew Golden, Marvin Mims, and Dontavian Wicks. Yeah, you know what? We're fine with this room. And let's take Chig Okonkwo and just lock in, because we got a pretty low floor tight end room here. So let's lock in Chig with our final pick. And then I have to get to a sauce for psychedelic Kurz. Bang. Done. Final team: Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Justin Fields, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Amari Hampton, Rico Dowdle, DJ Giddens, and LaQuint Allen. That's a really strong running back room. That's like your high upside, really high floor guy in Henry. Your very like Chase Brown could be anything. Amari Hampton, I really like. Rico Dowdle, just a big ADP faller. DJ Giddens, I really like. LaQuint Allen's probably my favorite running back in the class. Nico Collins, Rome Odunze, Jaden Reed, Brandon Ayuk, Matthew Golden, Marvin Mims, Dontavian Wicks, Colston Loveland, Dalton Schultz, and Elijah Arroyo with Chig Okonkwo. All right, we got some sauce to do here. So let me pull up the bigger draft window, and we can do this sauce. We can do this sauce for real. Window, bang. Okay, we are saucing psychedelic Kurz. CeeDee Lamb, anytime you can take Christian McCaffrey coming off of 2 consecutive leg injuries, you got to do it. Bucky Irving weighs less than I do. Ted McMillan going to be catching passes from Bryce Young, so I'm sure that'll work out. George Kittle, 1 billion years old. Caleb Johnson, I don't got anything bad to say there. Tying all of your future together to Mr. Brock Purdy and Kyle Shanahan for a team that was final destination last season in Jennings and Pearsall. ETN, where do you get your ideas? Wonder who you subscribe to. Dak and CeeDee, how original. Oh, Dak and Ferguson. What a genius you are. Isaiah Bond, I guess you've been reading my tweets. Alec Pierce, I mean, sure, maybe he'll just score 4 touchdowns on 4 targets again. Roshan Johnson, 230 pounds. He kind of is just there. Unstacked Matthew Stafford with Tyler Higbee, their tight end 4. Interesting idea. Tez Johnson, the smallest player in the NFL. And Sean Tucker, surely he won't get replaced there. We have another sauce here. Jared, which team are you, sir? Are you in the 101? Yes, this room is absolutely this room was on top of it, bro. We were getting after it, and I appreciate all of you. Jared, were you out of the 101 with Chase and T? I don't know your username. I liked that draft too, so yeah, it is probably gonna get 10th in the pod. Terrible. I know Jared probably posted his username. I'm assuming he's the 101. Yeah, okay. Chase and Higgins, wow, where do you get your ideas? Lamar, you took the title of the video too seriously. Doubling up on expensive quarterbacks. Joe Mixon doesn't play for the Bengals anymore. I don't know if you caught that. I know it. You got to be kicking yourself taking Lamar here because this value on Burrow was so sick. Warren, I guess you're a legendary upside subscriber. David Njoku and Bateman. That seems very early for Bateman. I guess if you want to get him, that's where you got to get him. But I feel like we doubled down on the Lamar ahead of ADP. Tank Bigsby, surely a guy named Tank doesn't get replaced. Isaiah Likely for the double. Romeo Doubs, the most boring wide receiver 1 in the history of man. Cedric Tillman, more concussed than David Kitchen after getting massaged by an island woman. Andre Yoshivas, the literal worst wide receiver in the National Football League at earning targets last year. Isaac Urendo, famously Kyle Shanahan doesn't fall in love with a new backup running back every year. Demario Douglas, the subject of a bet on this channel between me and Pressers Radio. Kendre Miller, where do you get your ideas? Gabe Davis. Gabe Davis is always the slappy round 18 pick. Mike Gesicki and Nick Chubb. It's actually not that bad of a team, but could have been a lot better. Real feedback is the team could have been a lot better, I think, if you had not selected Lamar Jackson. I get the idea, but I just think that it's not great. Let me share the right window. Okay. All right, boys, we're done. We are going to go hop into another one, not an NBA, not a dog bowl night. We'll be doing some NBA drafts here on the channel tomorrow around 4 p.m. I got to keep cooking these drafts, Nick. I got to keep cooking these drafts, but I will do it. I will do it. But I gotta keep cooking these because we got everyone here. Everyone's paying attention, and we are drafting quickly. We are drafting very, very quickly. Well, one, I really like Njoku, but I think the reason why people are out on Andrews is they're thinking he's not going to be a Raven. All right, friends and family here. We have got Vaporware, Deep State Comics, Goods, Shilly, and I think that's it. There you go, Kevin. You don't have to draft well, but you do have to draft quickly. That's all I ask. That's what we do around here. We do not draft well, but we do draft quickly so that I can do as many as possible. We are trying to set the world record for the quickest streamer to draft all 150 big boards. Yeah, I do think Hollywood comes back to the Chiefs. It's true. All right, I'm gonna try and do. Am I in a good spot to do premium quarterback? I am in a good 34. I'm in a decent spot to do premium quarterback. No promises. Yeah, Mark Andrews dropped a 2-point conversion, and now he's got to be an 8th round pick. It's true. Even if he gets cut, I don't think it's that bad. I really don't think getting cut is that bad. Yeah. Yeah, I keep getting the right side of the board. I don't love it. In fact, I super don't love it. I prefer to do the early side of the board, but I guess not with you guys, but a lot of the times when you pick on this side of the board, you have a better chance of getting Genty. I probably won't get Genty here, but wow, Crowder, my boy, goes Jefferson over Bijan and Gibbs. Okay. So I don't have to do the same thing that I did last time. All right, Brian Thomas Jr., let's go. And I have a chance to do the slappy start. No, I think I moved Hollywood up even further in my rankings today. We could definitely get oh shit. Now I'm the one slowing it up. All right. AJ Brown, welcome to the team. Brian Thomas Jr. and AJ Brown. There's a good slappy start. Back to my 0 running back roots. The draft before my last draft is still in round 17. Well, it's how it's done, bro. We gotta cook here. Andrews gets cut, signed with the Bucks. His ADP goes up. Yeah, I mean, shit. Baker's ADP would go up too. Kelsey is definitely not a bad pick if he comes back where he's going. No, Kelsey is a very good pick if he resigns or just doesn't retire. How much money is Travis Kelsey due, actually? That's probably a question worth asking at this point. How much money would he be giving up if he retired? Travis Kelsey's Spotrac. Travis Kelsey is due $19 million. $19 million. Well, that's the name of the game, man. The NBA blowouts. I mean, it's brutal for pick'ems. It's also brutal for the draft games, but what can you do? Everyone thinks Andrews is older than he is. 100%. If he, I don't think. If I was the Ravens, I would certainly not cut Mark Andrews, but I get it. All right, we're at pick 34. Let's sort by ADP. I'm going to take an elite quarterback here. Okay, unless they all go. If they all go, then I'm not going to. But if Hurts is there for me, I will pick him. If Shilly doesn't take him, I will take him. And we will get our very first elite quarterback. Bang. Jalen Hurts. Welcome to the team. So there you go. That, I believe, is the first time I've taken a quarterback in the 3rd round in the entirety of draft season. I was thinking maybe we would get a late James Cook here. Maybe we get a Worthy. Oh, yeah. Give it to me. All right, there we go. 4th round, Xavier Worthy. Jalen Hurts, Brian Thomas Jr., AJ Brown, and Xavier Worthy. Sick. Yeah, I think literally the first time I've taken a quarterback in the 3rd round. I believe. Obviously I'd have to go look, but I believe so. David, thank you, man. I enjoy that you enjoy the content. no fun to make content that people don't like. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being a friend. How many dynasty leagues am I in? You do not want to know the answer to that question, brother. I trust me. You think you want to know an answer to that question? You do not want to know the answer to that question. It's a number that would make you lose respect for me if you knew how many I was in. I do remember. Jacob and I, we are gonna have bones to pick with each other the next time that we get on a show, which will probably be soon. We will probably do a dynasty roundtable fairly soon. I am not a Woody Marks guy. Woody Marks is like the opposite of a running back that I like here. Dynasty is the best, dude. If you do not like dynasty football, you don't know. And the answer to how many redraft leagues I'm in is a worse question. I probably do about 30 managed waiver move redraft leagues every year that I have to set lineups for. No, it's a little bit less than that, and they can save $5 million if they cut Mark Andrews. And I'm going to get a running back that I like here. You'll love to see it. I took Hampton last time. Let's do Caleb Johnson. And maybe we'll get Hampton come back around to us. You never know. I really like Caleb Johnson. Man, am I going to get both of them? If I'm going to get... This is going to be like the best team I've done if my boy does not take Amari and Hampton here. Wow. Jalen Hurts, Caleb Johnson, Amari and Hampton, Brian Thomas Jr., A.J. Brown, and Xavier Worthy. This is a don't drop the baby team. David, let's go, man. Where do I do my leagues at? What, redraft leagues, dynasty leagues? What are you asking? My opinion on Herzig's new best ball idea is that it's pretty cool, and we are going to try and do a show around it. No, I hit the thing that I hit last night, Austin, was the deposit button. Because in Missouri right now, they are doing a promotion called Mo Money Monday in Missouri, where you get a $25 deposit bonus. So I deposit $1,000 and I get $250 of bonus money to churn through in these leagues. So hitting the deposit button. How long does it take waivers and lineups in all of these leagues? A couple hours, more or less. Herzig's new best ball idea is to do a league where instead of drafting players, you draft best ball drafters. So it's like a DFS lineup for best ball drafters. So like Herzig will be $10,000, Drew Dinkmeyer will be $9,000, Leone be $8,000. You have a $50,000 salary cap, and you have to make a lineup. You make a lineup of best ball drafters. So think of it like just think of it like salary cap DFS, but for best ball drafters. And the scoring system is based on how well you do in Best Ball Mania. I really like Travion as well, and probably should be a little bit harder on him. Man, please let me get Jalen McMillan here. No Jalen McMillan. I'm going to take Mr. Downs. So we've got Jalen Hurts, Caleb Johnson, Amari and Hampton, Brian Thomas Jr., A.J. Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Josh Downs. That is a pretty strong team. And I would love to get Mark Andrews here. Yeah, you can nominate yourself in Herzig's sheet if you're gonna max enter the contest, so you can be eligible there. Ooh. I moved Pearsall up in my rankings. I'm gonna take Mark Andrews. Yeah, I moved Pearsall and Jennings up in my rankings, Andy. Yeah, I think he said it would basically be for fun. I stumbled upon someone's running back model, a couple super late guys high on the list. Bayshell Tootin went to Virginia Tech University. He's ranked on my stuff, so if you're a Patreon subscriber, you will get some Bayshell Tootin. Marcus Yarns went to the University of Delaware. He's like an FCS guy. Very high receiving score, really good PFF grades as well. Jarquez Hunter went to Auburn. I'm a little bit less light. I like him. I like him a little bit less. He kind of seems to me just like a very generic SEC running back. Just don't tell her. There's no way. There's no way to tell her. I am in the Major League Baseball streets. If you draft fast dingers at 6:30 a.m. Central Time, or if you draft slow dingers, the $10 Major League Baseball contest on Underdog, then you are probably drafting against me. Overweighting all of Hampton, Caleb, and Travion, with mega overweight Trey going underweight Quinshawn. That is kind of, I think that's the direction the NFL is heading. Brugler's draft board had Judkins way low. I think Judkins was like 40 spots lower than Travion Henderson on his. Need another wide receiver or running back would actually be fine here. Taking any pitcher at plus 280 for anything just seems insane, Austin, because they're just so likely to get hurt. No, they're not doing Premier League best ball. It's just not happening. All right, I'm gonna do something weird here. I'm gonna take Michael Pittman Jr. because I want to set up taking another quarterback. I want to set up taking Richardson, and I never take Michael Pittman Jr. Yeah, I don't think EPL anything is coming, but if it did, I would play a lot of it. I am going to take Dallas Goedert if he is available for me to pick. If Bulake77 doesn't take him. Bang. All right, so we're light at running back, as always. Jalen Hurts, Caleb Johnson, Amarian Hampton, Brian Thomas, A.J. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Josh Downs, Michael Pittman Jr., setting up the AR double stack, Mark Andrews, and Dallas Goedert. I don't really like Pittman either, but trying to embrace humility-based drafting a little bit more this year. Draft like you're wrong. Yeah, EPL best ball would be awesome, but you just run into a couple problems with EPL best ball. The main one being that when the contest is locked, the league is likely to add players. So like, what if, like, a best example I can think of, and I remember this just really throwing me for a loop. The first year I really followed soccer, Suarez did not come to Liverpool until later in the window. They'd already played like 4 games. So that's just one example. I've not done any PGA best ball. No. I like the concept of it, but I don't love the way the scoring works. There's no finishing points. But yeah, Judkins, I mean, if Judkins goes to the Raiders and is just the starter for the Raiders, yeah. Ooh. I have Brees all right with the market. Brees is right in line with the market for me. I think he's okay. I think we have some version of March Madness best ball. Now that sounds like fun. That sounds awesome. Hey, Zamir Judkins, man, I would take that where he's going. All right. We need a running back. I probably shouldn't be taking another rookie, though. I guess, yeah, I'm going to have to pass on him, and I'm going to have to take a quarterback. Because I need to be... Shit, man. This team, I'm kind of blowing it. I'm kind of blowing it on this team. Ooh. What do I do? What do I do? I guess Rico is probably a good click here, actually. Is he? He's not. All right, we'll take Trevor Lawrence. See, this is why, by the way, this is why I hate the early quarterback stuff. I hate it, man. It's so brutal because all the best pick, like, it feels like the best picks are the quarterbacks now. You know? There's no chance Richardson comes back around to me, but he's definitely the right guy to take on this team. Yeah, Scatterboot does not feel great. Sidekick wants me to take another wide receiver. I'm going to take Rico Dowdle. I just needed a veteran stability guy. Because I have Brian Thomas Jr. and he was the... Would you rather have Josh... Like, think about this. You have Downs and Pittman. Best case for Downs and Pittman is that another guy starting at quarterback. Best case for Downs and Pittman is that, like, Andy Dalton is starting for them or something, running the Shane Steichen offense. Yes, Man City and Real Madrid in the Champions League in an hour. Rico will have a team, though. Man, I just do not like Jerome Ford. My take on Jackson Dart is that he is my most drafted quarterback in this contest. I think he's like a decent chance to be a first-round pick. Frankly, Nick, I forgot I already had Downs. Frankly, I forgot that I already had Downs. My expectations for Drake May are that Drake May absolutely smashes. That is my expectation. My expectation is that Drake May goes absolutely like banana hammers. Like that he just is like basically one of the best picks at quarterback in the pool. I support Aston Villa. So actually they qualified in the Champions League. Aston Villa is my team. Had 2 20-point games. I would assume, but I don't know. Yeah, the running backs are just terrible here. And obviously AR was never coming back around to me. It didn't even come close. Yeah. All right. All right, sure, whatever. Let's just keep it going with the rookie running backs. I'll take Ollie Gordon. I kind of think the opposite on Steven Sim. I kind of feel like it's going to go the other way on Steven Sim. I feel like he's really likely to get replaced. I'm not that worried about Dubs, but maybe I should be. I think Jonathan Brooks is probably closer to never playing football again than being a good pick in fantasy football this year or in Dynasty or in anything. Bang. Dontavian Wicks. Needed a little bit there. God, I'm going to have to keep freaking taking running backs. Goods, you always have boomer teams. Yeah, well, that's what we call self-selecting. First, Samson Click. Draft Like You're Wrong 2025. Where do you look for college running back utilization? Well, I just use the RotoViz box score scout app, Josh, but it doesn't have that has market shares just for individual players. But also, like, you could just use College Football Reference. PFF probably has some way to check it, but I don't know exactly how that would work. Oh, by the way, Are you guys getting advertisements today? Are there ads being served today? Yes or no? Very, very curious if you guys are being served ads or not. Because I never quite know. No ads, huh? Not today? No ads, but you have ad blockers. 0 for Keep the Chief. All right, I'm going to have to go change the setting again. Oh, and I didn't even turn the chat to subscribers only. Hateful. All right, I changed the ad setting. So you guys let me know. I ask and then they come up because if everyone says no ads, then I change the setting from moderate to aggressive. So basically, this is what I've found. If I have it set on moderate, it just never shows up, and then if I have it set on aggressive, it overweights it. Hey, the YouTube Premium is not slappy. YouTube Premium is legit. You got 8 ads. Well, you got 8. Well, so also the way it works. So Peter told me this, Spencer, Mr. Overzet, told me this, that sometimes the ad mechanism messes up and it doesn't serve you at all, and then it serves them all at one time. So like you'll not get any ads, and then in the middle of a stream out of nowhere, you'll get like 22 consecutive ads. So it'll be just insane. I'm going to take Jaden Higgins here, I think. I don't have a rookie wide receiver yet. Yeah, Jaden Higgins. Bang. Fastest 2 drafts. Yeah, let's go. 20. You got 22 ads, bro. What are my thoughts on the 2026 draft class? My thoughts on the 2026 draft class are that I don't really know anything about it, frankly. A bunch of people did just drop off, so that probably means that the ad setting is working. What are my tight ends? I can afford a rookie tight end. I can take Harold Fannin. Yeah, my views just went like literally like 50 people just dropped off. So they probably all decided no ads, bro. No ads. So I probably need to go change that. All right. We're changing it back. It's back to balanced. It's back to balanced. I do love Devin Neal, 2 mules in a cart. He's one of my favorites, but it doesn't seem like the NFL is as into him as I am. Sadly, he was not on Dane Brugler's top 100 big board, which I don't love. You'd prefer him to be kind of in the consensus top 100 stuff, and he has not been for whatever reason. I do like Damian Martinez. Yeah, Damian Martinez, 233 pounds at the combine. Yes, he would be a great fit, Chief. RJ Harvey would be a phenomenal Chief. One of the best Chiefs possible, I think. Just realized I need to set my UCL DraftKings lineups. What are there? There are no projections over at Lineup HQ? What a bummer. Most drafted player for you is RJ Harvey. I mean, he's a pretty. I guess I need to get a little bit more woke, because I do not have a ton of him. Probably need to work on that. Because I do the upside case with him is super clear, I think. Right? Like he is he's like the most electric guy potentially at running back in the class. Yeah, but the NFL loves Ollie Gordon, Damian Martinez. JSN is a little overpriced relative to his touchdown upside, I think. All right, we need a running back. You know what? We're gonna get a grown adult in the room. Javonte Williams, just a real grown up man. What is our third quarterback situation looking like? Well, I'm not gonna be able to get Dart. Maybe I'll just do 2. Right? I've got Jalen Hurts, I've got Trevor Lawrence. Maybe I'll just do 2. I've got my 3 tight ends. We'll figure it out. Yeah, what if JSN is the new Shaheed? I mean, I don't know if that is really his role. RJ Harvey and Ollie Gordon are definitely slappy picks. Yeah, no question about it. Wide receiver. Let's do, you know what? I got like no Troy Franklin yet. Troy Franklin's kind of vaguely interesting, right? I meant to get Jaden Higgins in this. Oh, I should have just taken Jalen Noel. I already had Jaden Higgins. That's okay. I think if Aaron Jones signs in Denver, he is an absolute smash, dude. I think if he signs in Denver, that is like one of the spots he could go where he is one of the better picks in the pool. Yeah, I think he's awesome if he signs there. But time will tell. Time will certainly tell. You guys watching these Champions Leagues matches this afternoon? What do we got? What do we got going on for everyone? I have not been clicking any Vele. Yeah, I think I like DK a little bit more as well. All right. Entered one of my DraftKings contests. Now need to enter the rest of them. You guys don't even know how good of multitasking I'm doing right now. You guys would be, if you knew the multitasking that was going on in my brain right now, you'd be absolutely stunned. I am in the fucking Matrix right now. How's my team looking? Do I have a good team? We've got Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Johnson, Amarian Hampton, Rico Dowdle, Ollie Gordon, Javonte Williams, Brian Thomas Jr., A.J. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Josh Downs, Michael Pittman Jr., Dontavian Wicks, Jaden Higgins, Troy Franklin. I guess I probably should have just taken... Anthony Richardson. I mean, this team is certainly better if I just take Anthony Richardson. There's no doubt about it. Lil Dodger, 24. I think McLaurin is way overpriced. Yeah, I do think he is. I've taken Jatavian Sanders a couple times, mostly with Bryce Young, but I've done both. I think both are fine. All right, we need another running back. Again, probably an adult. We are just running out of adults. You know what? Keaton Mitchell is actually a pretty good pick. Keaton Mitchell I like, because I'm obviously not going to have a ton of Henry. We need one final... You know what? I'm actually going to take another running back, because this is where we are lightest. This is a good... We'll take Khalil Mullings here. All right, boys. Final team. Jalen Hurts with A.J. Brown. Trevor Lawrence with Brian Thomas Jr., Caleb Johnson, Amarian Hampton, Rico Dowdle, Ollie Gordon, Javonte Williams, Keaton Mitchell, and Khalil Mullings. Brian Thomas Jr., A.J. Brown, Xavier Worthy, Josh Downs, and Michael Pittman Jr. with no Anthony Richardson, but maybe a Week 17 stack. Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Dontavian Wicks, Jaden Higgins, and Troy Franklin. Tight end room of Mark Andrews, Dallas Goedert with Hurts, and Harold Fannin Jr. Devin Neal rushed for more yards than Gale Sayers, bro. Don't you forget about it. All right, boys, I'm giving you the time. We got a 15-second warning here before we hop into the next draft. So stay woke and let's be ready let's be ready when it's time, okay? So get your pencils ready, and we are gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So there you go. Yeah, honestly, it's people are probably a little bit smarter than me. Like, I am sure that my friends like Justin Herzig and a lot of the ETR guys, they are going to be lighter on rookie running backs than I will. We cooked that one really fast, guys. We are dealing these drafts. We are at big board 36 of 150, and we have done that in an hour and 10 minutes. We did 2 drafts. I like Olave at this price. I don't like Olave in general, but I do like Olave at this price. I'm not an Olave guy. All right, friends and family. We have Clay, I believe. We have FF Links, who just had a big hit. FF Links did. I believe he won the main NBA BR the other night, I want to say. I don't recognize a ton of these other names, so maybe I didn't get lucky. I know, it's crazy that Peter's idea was to tell people to draft fast and it worked. Well, we'll see if it works. Maybe this won't be a friends and family draft. You know, maybe this one won't work. But you know, we will surely find out. I hope it does. All right, bang. And we get Puka Nacua. Happy to take him. You'll love to see it. Puka does feel like secretly just like a very good pick. Like, it feels like people are maybe not that excited about him, but man, it does feel like he is a particularly strong pick. Guy was like first in the NFL by about 1 billion in yards per route run. Like, if you look at the advanced stuff, it's pretty insane how much better he was than everyone else. Oh, sorry, I just realized I didn't tab to the draft board. Are we cooking in this one, boys? Are we cooking or are we not cooking? What's the buzz? Do we have friends and family here or not? I certainly hope we do. Semi-cooking. Over 90 minutes is like truly insane for a big board. Yeah, it is. There's like maybe a little bit of risk, but I don't know. All right, Clay, I thought I recognized your name, Clay. You're in the 4 hole. Remember, you don't have to draft well, but you do have to draft quickly. I have a draft started before your previous draft, which is still in the 15th round. Yeah. Well, I think this one is maybe not as much of a friends and family, so it might be a little bit slower. Let's see what M Jerky I started. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take Bowers. I thought maybe I wasn't going to. I prefer Jaden Higgins, but I like both of them. I do prefer Jaden Higgins, but I think both of them are pretty strong. I think both Iowa State wide receivers are good selections where they go. Yeah. All right, Charles, you're the 101. Shea should not be minus 600, and I am a huge Oklahoma City fan, but he should not be that. He should not be minus 600. Jokic is a very valuable player for them, like insanely valuable. I don't know about that, bro. Feels a bit crazy. I mean, it's don't get me wrong, it's valid. Yeah, Puka Bowers is a nice start. It's funny, they are kind of the same player. They were battling with each other for the all-time record. All right, we're about up. I actually would take Jacobs here if he fell to me. I've got very little of him, and this would be okay. I guess we're taking T, which is fine with me. Maybe I'll even take Burrow on this team. Yes. So last year they did what was it? The mini schnauzers, right? Weren't the mini schnauzers? They were they even did a 10-second clock one, didn't they? I want to say they did do a 10-second one at some point. And of course, I mean, come on. I entered all of those. Those were fun contests. They were very fun. I really enjoyed those. The problem you run into is that basically when you're not on it's like they're still too long. So in a 10-second draft, you run into this where a draft still feels like it takes too long, except for sometimes when you run out of time, like if you're not looking at the clock. Yeah, and there is like a small little smidgen of delay when you're drafting on Underdog too. Yeah, 15 is nice. Yeah, they did a couple. They actually did a couple 10-second or 20-second ones. I want to say that didn't they even have one tournament where you had the option where it was like you could do the 20-second, the 30-second, or the 8-hour? I want to say that was a thing. I guess I don't super remember, but I want to say that was a thing. Possibly I made that up, but I don't think I did. All right, we are about up on the clock. Let's take JMO because I need to add in another quarterback. I do that a lot there. I take JMO over Flowers a lot, and maybe I should think about that because I want the stack. How long does it take to get your 1099 from Underdog? I already got mine, but I assume that your mileage may vary on that. I assume that that is not applied consistently or unilaterally. Yeah, you'd have to manually add it up, Nick, but you could go to your results tab. So if you just go to your results tab, you can do the math yourself. I know. Honestly, anyone drafting now is a sick. Also, yes, I think you can email support and they'll tell you. All right. Am I going to take Joe Mixon? Nope. You know what? Here. It's a stream about elite quarterbacks. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow and T. Higgins, bro. Joe Burrow, Puka Nacua, T. Higgins, Jameson Williams, and Brock Bowers. A true zero running back team with Joe Burrow. It's the year of the elite quarterback, brothers. They're saying it. I believe this is true. I believe, yeah, if you only have to do a 1099 if you cash out. That is my experience. But I think it maybe even varies state to state. So don't not financial advice, as the kids say. Very much, I am not giving financial advice. So do with that what you will. All right. This is a pretty nice little zero running back team we got cooking up here. You know, we are I think we're doing okay. People here cash out. I don't know if it'll be a 3 quarterback team or not. 1099s are all net DFS profits. If you made more than $600, doesn't matter if it's still on the site. So there you go. Doesn't matter. Classic shady advice. Giving non-shady advice from shady advice. Yeah, have to pay taxes. if you win money overall, even if it's left on the site. There you go. Good advice from people generating winners. We're going to get either rookie running back we like here, Caleb Johnson, or Travion Henderson. Could even take James Conner if we want to go off type, but I don't think we want to go off type here. All right, Travion. Someone was just telling me to pack my Travion bags. No ads served for Mr. Spencer Games. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that is matching my experience, which is basically that if I do not have the ad setting set to aggressive, then no one gets served ads, which means I don't make any money. But when I turn the aggressive ads on, everyone leaves. So leaves me, I believe, as a great wise philosopher would say, between a rock and a hard place. I think actually literally Peppertoni, it's from like a couple tweets. It's effectively the reason why Rashi Rice says ADP is coming down is, well, one, there were some negative tweets, and then the leg up rankings moved him down. And I don't know about the ETR rankings, but I know that the leg up rankings have moved him down. So with that negative move down, and I moved him down in my rankings as well. Frick, man. There's just no one to take here. This is a goddamn wasteland. All right, dude. Debo, dude. Welcome to the team. That's got to be one of the first times, and that was after ADP, but that's got to be one of the first times I've taken Debo. If you're net negative, correct? Yes. If you're net negative, you will not be taxed. That is the case. They're not gonna tax you on money that you have lost. At least based on common sense. I guess I couldn't say 1,000,000%, but that is certainly my understanding of the situation. Not that you should be getting your tax advice from me, because you really, trust me, you shouldn't be. That feels like an early Jared Goff, I assume, to the St. Brown drafter. Yeah. I mean, not that it's bad, though. You do not want to be left up the creek without a paddle. Yeah. Yeah, Justin. That's why I was the worst drafter in Best Ball Mania last year. That's why. It wasn't because I made a bunch of bad choices or anything. It's just because I didn't want to deal with the tax stuff. That's all. Yeah. I only want to send my money to the dog app. It's true. It's true. That's where I want to be. That's where I want to bury all my money. Very, very good points being made. We're cooking again on this draft, by the way. We are going to get a bunch done. You guys are all killing it. Well, I can give you a preview. It's going to be very low. I feel Burrow's ADP, frankly, and I really mean this, it should be like 15 spots lower than it is. It just feels so goddamn high. All right. Josh Downs. Actually, you know what? I took Downs last time. Let's take Shaheed this time. Kellen Moore, dude. The Debo trade spots are really interesting. I feel like the Chargers are one of the big potential spots. Let's see here. Where would be? I feel like the Dolphins are a spot that makes a lot of sense for him. Get him in that similar style offense. I wonder if the Browns maybe are just like they just are desperate for something to happen. I mean, they traded for Judy. You know where he would actually be useful? He would actually be a really useful Dallas Cowboy. I mean, Schottenheimer would have no clue what to do with him, but he would be pretty useful, I think. I don't know. It feels like, I guess maybe I am just perpetually a Debo bull, but kind of the way I feel is that wherever he goes, it's going to be someone that has a plan to use him, All right. We need a running back. So this is your classic Brian Robinson Jr., Najee Harris spot. Man, the Pacheco ADP rightfully cratering. DeAndre Swift could be an interesting. I just have like so little of him. You know what? Maybe I should. Maybe I should do a DeAndre Swift because I always do the other guys in these builds. So let's go off of character and let's take a guy I'm a little bit lower on. Let's do, because if DeAndre Swift doesn't get replaced in the draft, like, I don't know. If you think about it, if DeAndre Swift doesn't get replaced in the draft, oof. Well, if he goes to Pittsburgh, then yeah, RIP to us. And honestly, RIP to Pickens. Although, tell me you've never in your life wanted to see a read option with Justin Fields and Deebo Samuel. That would be pretty cool, right? I think that would be pretty gosh darn cool. At least I hope it would be. Yeah, Arthur replacing Najee with Deebo. Classic. All right, what is our team looking like here? We have got Joe Burrow at quarterback, Travion Henderson, DeAndre Swift, Puka Nacua, T. Higgins, Jamison Williams, Deebo Samuel, Rashid Shaheed, and Brock Bowers. So we have a lot of different directions to go. We actually have a bunch of different ways we can go at quarterback, which is nice. I love retaining that optionality at quarterback. Ooh, Deebo is the new CPAT. Deebo is the new CPAT, man. I don't hate it. Justin Fields is the quarterback of the Steelers. I really do hate to disappoint you guys, but Deebo is the new. Justin Fields is the quarterback of the Steelers. Both of the running backs I was maybe going to draft are coming back around. Yeah, at least one of them. So we're going to get, all right, Brian Robinson Jr. I mean, I don't love Brian Robinson Jr., but whatever. All right, so we started Puka, then Bowers, T. Higgins, Jamison Williams, Joe Burrow, Travion Henderson, Deebo Samuel, Rashid Shaheed, DeAndre Swift, and Brian Robinson Jr. I also do not think that Rodgers is going to Pittsburgh. I think if I had to set the line, I think the favorite. Favorite is probably Rodgers retires. Yeah. Did you miss anything? Not really. I don't think you missed much. You missed us absolutely cooking through these drafts. That's what you've missed. No, but I think Fields is just a better executor of the Arthur Smith style offense than Russell Wilson. He's younger. He's healthier. I don't think he got benched. I don't think that I do not think that Fields got benched. I think they told Russell Wilson he was going to be the starter. A guy like Mike Tomlin feels like he's a man of his word. Wow, is that real? Rodgers. Keenan Allen is a good. Actually, I'm going to take Hollywood. My Hollywood bags are just too light. Is there a way to do a mock draft with underdog ADP? I don't think so. You could maybe Iron Solid. I think you could load it into the Fantasy Pros software, perhaps, and try it there. I'm sure Deebo just doesn't want to play there anymore. And they don't want to pay his salary either. They are over. Yeah, that doesn't feel particularly likely to me. Oh, dude, when does the new White Lotus start? White Lotus. Oh, wow. It's coming next week, bro. Back on the grind, brother. That's what we're doing. Wow. All right, White Lotus is back. That is some prestige TV that I do keep up with. Is this going to end up being an Anthony Richardson, AD Mitchell team? It probably will be, right? Can't be mad about adding another one of those to the portfolio. I mean, I don't think Fields has necessarily earned it either, but has Russell Wilson earned it? I mean, I don't think Russell Wilson has earned it. Russell Wilson hasn't earned anything. All the tight ends are coming up here. I have not watched Severance yet, but I would like to. All right, Colston, Loveland. That's 2 drafts in a row. Bowers and Loveland. Did the safety mistime it? Or is Colston Loveland just a grown-ass man? Did the safety mistime it, or is Colston Loveland just a grown-ass man? I think Colston Loveland's just a grown-ass man. A little light at running back here with Travion Swift and B-Rob. And Swift and B-Rob could go to 0 with a ferocity, with a quickness. But I can nab a couple of rookies because we only have the one. It's true. How can it be a waste of money when you're spending $10 for an hour of fun? You already used this joke, brother. Try again. Try again. Wasn't funny the first time. Wasn't funny the second time. A dyed in the wool hater has enjoyed Severance. I gotta be real with you guys right now. I'm reading a lot right now, so I have not been watching a ton of TV. Gotten into a couple really strong books. All right, let's get out of character. I've taken Ollie Gordon here 100 times out of 100 in this spot. So let's switch it up. I just took Dylan Sampson for the first time. Can't hate it. It will probably be funny in August. I'll give you that. Do you think Fields would have replaced Wilson if Wilson was the week 1 starter? See, I guess I do. I guess I do think that, because I think that Fields it was easier to start with Fields and bench him because he's Justin Fields. It's harder to bench Russell Wilson, I feel. But I think I think either way, Wilson would have played himself out of it. And Fields probably doesn't start 17 games either. I made a bet with someone in here. I forget the username, so that user is going to have to remind me. But I think either of them would have been benched. Yeah, Fields would have played to quote unquote see what they had at some point. Jalen Wright, I am lower than consensus on, but certainly there's an argument that Mostert is very unlikely to play this year. A-Chain is very fragile. Jeff Wilson Jr. will probably be retired as well. So at that point, you might as well, like, he's probably starts the year as the Miami running back too. I would have liked Cam Ward on this team probably. Should I do it? Should I do a Jalen Wright here? I mean, I don't think I've taken him yet. Shadur might be good here, actually. Shadur, because Shadur could be the Bowers quarterback. You know what? Here we go. You asked about him. We'll do it. There's a Jalen Wright for you. There's a Jalen Wright pick. 2 guys I've hardly taken either of. No, Wright did look really good in the preseason. And I got both Tennessee guys, Dylan Sampson and Jalen Wright, were backfield teammates at did I say Cincinnati? I meant Tennessee. Big vibes to you as well. You never know. If Taysom enters the season later than usual because of his ACL recovery, will the new coach be willing to work him into those packages? Wonder how Kellen feels. That is a good point because it's not someone who's been inside the organization. Honestly, it's hard for me to say. But the thing is Taysom, Taysom might be really done. Like, Taysom might be done. He's a 34-year-old with the ACL tear. Like, it would not be crazy for him to just be totally dusted. I'm going to take Stafford here if Clay Dog or FF Links doesn't take him. But this is actually a good Derek Carr team. Bang. All right, Matt Stafford, welcome to the organization. Fields is not going to be Kellen Moore's new Hurts because Justin Fields is actually due a decent amount of money, sadly. So because there's just no just got an ad for fentanyl. Yeah, Saints, maybe this is just my mental perception, but I feel like the Saints lose their entire roster to injury every year. Like, maybe I don't know. Maybe that is truly just my perception. But that's kind of how I feel. We are getting some very good and important work done today, boys. I am loving. We're only an hour and 36 minutes into the stream, and we're about to be done with draft number 4. The Sidekick has my rankings in it. So the Sidekick is just telling me what I think. I moved Jack Besh up in my rankings, but I need to move him up more. Oh, yes. Well, I'm moving it back and forth for the convenience of the viewer, so that the viewer can see the draft board. It is a pretty good AD Mitchell team. Yeah, it's a good. Sadly, it is just yet another day to draft AD Mitchell. What I need, I guess, I need to figure out the windows, because what happens is if I make the screen bigger, you guys see that it gets all ugly inside the box. So I have to make it small enough to fit inside my little stream box. So it's at a smaller size than normal inside my screen. Was that the right pick there? Was AD Mitchell right? I maybe should have taken my third quarterback. Kendre Miller could be good on this team. I'll tell you my absolute favorite guy to take in the dinger, Matt. Jock Peterson. He's the outfielder 60. I really like him. Ranger stacks, I think, are my most stacked team. Damn. All right. I am going to take Derek Carr. They can't stop me. They can't stop me from taking Derek Carr in the 17th round. Did Cooper DeJean pump a Solano meme coin yesterday? Did he? If he did, that is very funny behavior. Ooh. Dart and Miller in your queue, and Dart got picked. Well, they must be a viewer of the channel. What did I read today? Tom Fornelli from CBS Sports did a NFL scout survey and asked all these GM, I guess not GMs, probably scouts, to rank all the quarterbacks, and Dart was the consensus third, for whatever that is worth. I'll probably do more than one. I'll probably do 2 or 3 more Dogen. because I'll tell you this, I will keep doing them as long as we keep getting in rooms where everyone is drafting quickly. If we get in a room that takes forever and it takes us 90 minutes to get done with the draft and I am bored and tired, then we will move on quickly. Oh, Lil Dodger got third in the gauntlet. I missed that. I must have been in a different window earlier. I missed that. What a fucking hero. Third in the gauntlet, bro. Third in the gauntlet is pretty sick. All right. We need another wide receiver. We also need another running back. Let's do my guy Brashard. Brashard Smith, added him to the running back room. We need another wide receiver. We have Derek Carr, Matt Stafford, and Joe Burrow as our quarterbacks. Do I have it in me? This is a question. Do I have it in me to take Jermaine Burton? I think the playoff contest will probably get paid out tomorrow. No, I think that's consensus. People hate these rookie quarterbacks. All four of the rookie quarterbacks were ahead of where Cam Ward is going. So Jaden Daniels, Drake May, JJ McCarthy, Caleb Williams, they were all going higher than quarterback 20 last year. Yeah, tomorrow or Thursday for playoff best ball. Burton just got evicted for a second time. I don't even know if that's true, but the fact that I don't know if you're fibbing or telling the truth is pretty funny. All right. I need another wide receiver. Actually, can I... I'm going to take... Oh, you know what? As a little treat, I'll let myself have Ricky White. Just as a treat. My only rookie wide receiver. I love Ricky White. I agree that Weekly BR is also my favorite version of fantasy right now. In your mind, is it crystal clear that Tennessee should take Abdul Carter over the quarterbacks? No. I mean, Abdul Carter is a great player, but what if Cam Ward is awesome? I mean, I don't know if Cam Ward is awesome or not, but if he is awesome, you're gonna be sick. You're gonna be so pissed off that that you have Abdul Carter. You know, I don't know. I mean, I think there's an argument for Travis Hunter as well. All right, this draft took about 35 minutes. Beautiful, dude. Beautiful. Everyone here, you are all beautiful, great people who I love. And I'm going to take Taysom on this team if no one else takes him. Or Higbee. Maybe a Gadsden team. Man, I love the big board. Fantasy football at its absolute purest. Just vibes. You know, we're just having a great time. It's only for the degen of degen of degens. Exactly. If you pass on the stud quarterback at 1, it's like Bowie over. It just you never get over it as a fan base. You'd be sick. Taysom Hill, maybe he retires, but we have Burrow with T, we have Stafford with Puka, we have Carr with Taysom. We have a running back room of Travion Henderson, DeAndre Swift, Brian Robinson Jr., Dylan Sampson, Jalen Wright, and Brashard Smith. That is not a particularly good running back room. Probably could have turned... Like, who did I take Debo over at running back? So instead of Debo, I could have taken Pollard or Aaron Jones. That's probably a little bit better. But there we go. Done. Moving on. Heading back to the lobby. Clicking on the NFL tab. Big board. We're going to do it in 10 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know how much of a delay you guys are on compared to me, so I don't know if that is enough lead-in time or what, but we are on to big board 37 of 150. Well, Brian Robinson Jr. is a grown-up. Brian Robinson Jr. got shot, dude. All right, we have got T-Strack. We have got Chad Candles. We've got Clay. We've got Crossface. We've got Hochberg. We've got... I think those are all the ones... that I know. Man, they just do not want me to get a 101. Jake, are you on a delay, brother? Maybe you're on a delay, man. Or maybe you're not. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. But 1 of 4. Am I giving you guys enough time? Am I not giving you enough time? Oh for 6. Based off the clock time on my screen versus YouTube, I think you need to click enter 3 to 6 seconds early. Okay. About a 7-second delay. All right. Well, I will continue counting to 10 if that's helpful for you guys. Is there any hope for Jalen Polk this season? I mean, frankly, not really. I will say I have taken him at least one time. I know that I've taken him at least once. Oh, yeah, see, but that requires me doing math. That requires me doing math, and I'm not that good at it. Wow. Ceedee and Nico over Jameer. All right, Rusty Maverick is not one of us. He is not drafting quickly. All right, the countdown is useless. All right, St. Brown, welcome to the team. I guess I'll have to do a calculator. Is there any hope for Will Shipley? I mean, yeah, I think Kenneth Gainwell's contract is up. Kenneth Gainwell, Spotrac. Kenny Gainwell is an unrestricted free agent. Kenny Gainwell is an unrestricted free agent. So there certainly is hope for Will Shipley. And based on my guesses, it's not going to be a position that they spend on. Oh, come on. Don't take Genty. I've got Genty 0 times, bro. Let me get Genty. Come on. I never get to take Ashton Genty for some reason. Because I'm always in... The reason I never get to take Genty, because I'm always in these rooms with you sweaty guys. And you guys know that Genty is the man. I never get Genty, dude. All right. The double Brown start. Amon-Ra St. Brown. And A.J. Brown. GM, Andrew. Membies to... Reminder for all of you guys, if you got... gifted memberships, you can be in the Discord, and if you're not in the Discord, you're missing out on some good times. Got a football channel, baseball channel, basketball channel, got a crypto channel, got our training channel where we talk about being gym bros, got the movies channel. It's a good time. I would encourage all the members to come in and hang out. Yeah, the Cowboys are gonna be like, dude, it's not fair. It's not. We didn't get to pick Ashton Genty, dude. Wow, we are already almost to big board number 40. Yeah, yes, Austin, we are gonna do. a Discord league, Discord Dynasty League. I don't know exactly when we're gonna do it, but we are gonna do a Superflex tight end premium 30-man roster best ball league in the Discord. I'm probably gonna have to delegate commissioning to, I don't know. Honestly, probably Chad. Chad Candles is sort of the MVP of our Discord. I don't even know if Chad would want to be it, but he was the first guy who popped in my head. Yes, so you can sub on mobile, but you have to do it in Safari or like your web browser. You can't do it in the app. So if you click on that link that I just posted in there, you can become a member, but you can't do it. I knew you. I see, Chad. I knew you. And I the thing is I trust Chad implicitly. I know that he would not Seth Yates away all of our money. All right, JSN. I've hardly taken any DJ Moore. No. All right, JSN. So now we can take Goff. We can take Hurts. Is Hurts maybe going to come back around to me? Should I take Jaden Daniels because he's on the thumbnail? What'd you guys think about the thumbnail, by the way? I literally, this is going to be very embarrassing, but I worked on this thumbnail this morning for a half hour to get it to look like that. It's not even that good of a thumbnail, but I worked pretty hard on it. All right, I was going to take Jaden Daniels. I'm not going to get to take him now, but I am going to get to take Mike Evans. So a true zero running back start. Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Mike Evans. I was going to take Jaden Daniels. He was in the queue. I think Kendre has a real pulse. I think that Kendre Miller has a quite a good chance because the Saints have the worst cap situation in the NFL. Alvin Kamara is I can't remember. Is Alvin Kamara about to turn 30 or 29? Alvin Kamara age. So he's going to turn 30 in 3 months. And if the Saints spent a pick on a running back, I mean, they are like the worst roster in the NFL, and they have no cap ability. Was he that bad when he's on the field? I mean, I guess the thing is he's barely played. He has 80 career rushes, 3.8 yards per carry. He's got 19 career targets for 7.9 yards per target. I guess the final game against... I mean, he also had to play at the end with like Spencer Rattler. Yeah, they did just extend Kamara, but that doesn't make him not 30 years old. I mean, Kellen Moore is a great offensive coordinator, I feel. I don't know. The offensive environment, Kendre will not smash. He will not do well if Kamara stays healthy. Ooh. What is the slappiest start possible? Genty, BTJ, Marv Worthy. That might be it, brother. If you add Travion Henderson in there, you might be onto the slappiest of slap starts. I don't think anyone would trade for him. I like Roshan. I have Roshan ranked ahead of ADP, but he's another one of those guys where there are going to be guys replaced in this draft class who you don't expect to be replaced, and Roshan could very easily be one of them. I mean, the Bears might take Genty. The Bears are kind of in, all right, I think we just had a star method victim. Caleb Williams at pick 53 in the 5th round, I fear we might have just had someone fall victim to the star method. Yeah, it does feel like the Bears are pretty likely to draft a running back. Speaking of Alvin Kamara, I think we are potentially going to be selecting him in this draft. Well, they can take an offensive lineman in the 1st round. It doesn't necessarily mean that they'll take one in. There are plenty of spots to be taken running backs. All right, we are going to take Alvin Kamara. In Kellen Moore, we trust, brothers. And we can take Hampton, Ken Walker, Caleb Johnson, David Montgomery. There are plenty of quality running backs. Ooh. We have the Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes drafter. So we do have some people doing some weird stuff in this draft. Not as weird as Rudy Baller yesterday, though. That was about as weird as it gets. All right, let's take Hampton or Caleb Johnson. We do not care which. Yeah, I agree. Well, a 3rd-round running back is not going to replace both of them. You know what? Let's take Caleb Johnson. I think Caleb Johnson is better than Amari and Hampton. Kittle at 60 is a Giga Smash. Well, yeah, there are going to be a lot of Giga Smashes in this draft because we have a weird drafter here, and because this guy accidentally took Caleb Williams. I don't think he meant to. I believe DeAndre Swift has a very small out in his contract. Like, it's not hard for them to do. DeAndre Swift can be cut for $1.3 million of dead cap. So it's basically like nothing. Cutting DeAndre Swift is very easy for the Bears to do. And I think they probably... I would assume they're probably leaning that way. Hey, man. The star method, it can happen to anyone. It's happened to me before, and it will happen to me again. And I don't have to do the star method anymore because I have the draft caddy and I have the sidekick, which really cuts down on star method related mishaps. I don't think the Chiefs draft a running back early because they need offensive line help so bad. If they take a skill position player early, I wonder if it's actually a tight end that they would be more likely to take early. I'm assuming that happened on Sunday, Aaron, that you had a guy draft Noah Gray, Peyton Hendershot, and Will Shipley before round 7. For some reason, people were drafting on Super Bowl Sunday like they were Super Bowl contests. I don't really understand it, but people were doing that. But yes, it will get thrown out. Oh, was right now. It shouldn't get thrown out. That guy should just have to eat it. Honestly, what a fucking moron. And just think, man, those are the people that I lost to last year. Those people were just soul owning me. All right, I'm good with Tracy or Warren or Pollard. I actually don't care. Pollard's the one I have the least of, so maybe I'm going to take Pollard just because I don't think I've selected him yet. So we'll just keep balancing our range there. Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff would both be strong selections here. So this is kind of always where Jared Goff goes. I might like Baker a little bit more, but Goff gets all those dome games. It's just so easy for Goff, man. It was so brutal last week, and I just, I hate that shit. All right. Jared Goff, welcome to the team. Christopher was in a little board where there was a team that drafted all Eagles and Chiefs, but they were all close to ADP. Well, I guess don't throw it out and just let the guy... I guess you just let him forfeit his money, right? Just don't even sweat it. Just let him lose. Yeah, last week was a nightmare. I would prefer to never experience that again. I mean, there are people just like, I don't know. I don't understand these people. And they probably onboarded a lot of people, I would assume. They just like, they got a bunch of people into the system for the first time from Super Bowl promotions and stuff. So that is sort of interesting. Like, those people just don't know what's going on. And if they don't know what's going on, it's hard for them to make the correct decision. Peter's storytelling of Dan Campbell waking up in cold sweats about Goff waking up, holding him back from a championship, just feels like it's going to happen. True. Well, the player IDs are the same, so I don't think so. All right, Kirk, you got 2 ads? Okay, brother. Oh, I think I might have just fixed. Wow. All right, that is going to promote that is going to make the viewing experience much better. That just took quite a bit. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out. But there we go. If I just zoom out a little bit, I don't have to be moving the sidekick around like crazy. Justin has gotten a couple ads. Okay. Gonna join 3 drafts when I count down. Well, I think the secret is you got to do it before. The secret is you have to enter before, because everyone starts to enter at the same time. That's what I said. That's what I said to Peter. I said, what if the Lions just do Goff for Stafford? They just flip it back. I would love to take Rashid Shaheed here. Bang, Rashid Shaheed. All right, so the double quarterback drafter has Jalen Hurts and Patrick. I wonder if that was a misclick. I wonder if, well, I guess he got Pacheco with him. Maybe he's auto drafting. I think maybe this guy is auto. Let me look at his next pick and see if Nop91 is auto drafting. Maybe he entered and forgot. That happens to the best of us. Yeah, he's auto drafting. Okay. Good to know. Need to remember that we have an auto drafter here. I've got Gino. I'm going to take Dallas Goedert. I think Goddard is sort of undervalued. This is a very adult team I'm drafting right now. Jared Goff, Alvin Kamara, Caleb Johnson, Tony Pollard. Got Goff with St. Brown, Jalen Hurts, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Mike Evans, Rashid Shaheed, and Dallas Goedert. I think I'm drafting a very cromulent adult team here. Who do we think the Jets bring in to be the quarterback? I think, Christopher, that Jackson Dart is going to be the quarterback for the Jets. I really believe that. That is my current gut feeling. It is. It's so I can have Ollie Gordon as a treat. Oh, you drafted a nice adult team. You got your veteran. You got your potential first rounder. You can have a little bit of a treat later. This could be a Drake May team. This could be a Derek Carr team. This could be a Geno team. Dart is Zach Wilson version 2 for the Jets, even though I think he's better. I mean, that is an ecosystem that is set up to take a rookie quarterback in, chew him up, and spit him out for sure. Michael Leone just texted Peter and I that he really enjoyed the Swolecast this week. So shout out to Michael Leone for enjoying the program. I feel like Rodgers leaving shoots Hall up and Wilson down. Yeah, is the quarterback play even going to be that much worse? Like, Rodgers was bad last year, you know? Look, it could just be Tyrod. It's true. Could very easily just be Tyrod. Like, very, 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 very simply. I don't really want another Kincaid here. There are a lot of good picks. Something is happening in this draft where I'm getting a lot of good picks. And Ollie Gordon is still available. Someone must just be drafting a lot of running backs. I'm a little bit light on Trey Harris. Maybe I should take Trey Harris here. No, all right, I'm taking Hollywood Brown because I've been so light on Hollywood, and I do feel like he is significantly undervalued. Well, the market is favoring Rodgers to the Steelers. That does not feel particularly likely to me. Is this going to be another Colston Loveland team? I should probably stop being such a Colston Loveland slappy. But it's hard, man. It's hard. Yeah, Jets should be playing for Mr. Arch. All right, let's get Colston Loveland again. Dallas Goedert, Colston Loveland. So now I can get my treats. Yeah, Loveland Henry is really nice. I mean, Goddard was like a huge part of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. He was massive in the conference championship game. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. He's not even Peyton's kid. Arch is not even Peyton's kid, man. Come on. It's Jover. It's super Jover. Running back 2, Dallas Goedert. People forget. People certainly do forget. Man, Xavier Worthy did not even get a carry in the Super Bowl. Do the Saints own all their picks? I'm sure they do. Man, can I do one draft today where I do not end up on the right side of the board? I've ended up on the right side of the board for every draft we've done. Be sick. I don't know how much longer I can do today. My brain's starting to fuzz, but it would be sick to get to 40 big boards done. No, it's true. I like, and I think Jaden Higgins is better. I think Jaden Higgins is better than Trey Harris. I really do. Did he mistime that, or is Arch Manning just a grown man? He mistimed it. I can't do that, sir, because I said that I would do all 150 of my big board drafts on stream. Only 3 of my big board picks have not been on stream because my power went out. I wouldn't mind a Bryce Young here, although no, Bryce Young doesn't make a ton of sense. I wouldn't mind it though. It's not the worst, but I think oh damn, Ollie Gordon went. You can't even take him. Not a good Fields team. There would be a lot of hate. There would be quite a great amount of hate. Why do I have Sam Darnold's? I don't even feel like I like Sam Darnold that much. But he always is showing up, I guess, because I have him ranked a round ahead of ADP. So I wonder, all right, you know what? Slap me up. Dallas Goedert, Colston Loveland, Kyle Pitts, brother. There was no running back there I really wanted. I didn't feel the need to slap either of those quarterbacks there. Wow, Chad. Chad tried to give me Ollie Gordon anyway, and he still got snapped. Yeah, Darnold is such a titan. Darnold does feel to me extremely like a Titan or a Raider. All right, I either need to take a quarterback or a running back with this pick. And I was actually going to take Corum, but I can't because this guy right here is auto drafting and he's going to take him. And he's got 4. Oh shit. All right, Gino went. All right, I got to pull the ripcord on a quarterback here. Justin Fields, welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. Well, who do the Rams trade Stafford to? That then becomes the question. Feels like Brady wants Shadur and the Giants to move to one for Cam. I gotta go pee real quick. Falcons are rumored to draft and trade up for Ward. Ooh, you know what? Russell Wilson to the Giants makes a lot of sense. That makes a ton of sense. The Giants are so desperate for a quarterback, and they need someone to deliver catchable passes to Malik Neighbors. I mean, Russell Wilson, I don't know. They could probably win 9 games or something. Oh, looks like we have a goal. Manchester City scores a goal against Real Madrid. Okay. Yeah, Brady being this big omnipresent force feels very bizarre to me. I do not understand it. Time for us to add another adult to the room, I think, in Mr. Eckler. Could do Javonte. Damn, do I want to do Javonte or Eckler? I'll do Javonte. My guy Goods in the chat was telling me he's got like 45% of Javonte. And ever since someone said it, Javonte is such a Carlos Hyde, Le'Veon Bell, Melvin Gordon signing for the Kansas City Chiefs. I can't unsee it. And as Kareem Hunt showed, you do not have to be good in any way, shape, or form to get fantasy points in the Chiefs' backfield. All right, and you know what? Now I'm going to take my boy who we were just talking about, assuming L Stocks 3 doesn't take him, Jaden Higgins. Jared Goff stacked with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Justin Fields stacked with no one, probably. Alvin Kamara, Caleb Johnson, Tony Pollard, Javonte Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Jackson Smith and Jigba. We got super sniped on Darnold. Mike Evans, Rashid Shaheed, Hollywood Brown, Jaden Higgins, tight end room of Dallas Goedert, Colson Loveland, and Kyle Pitts. Good says he's going to get a chance. He probably will. Let's see. I need to remind myself of Javonte Williams' contract. I assume it's up right now because he was a 2021 draft pick guy. Yeah, Javonte Williams, unrestricted free agent, and his contract demands are going to be very light. Probably should be wanting to draft Javonte Williams. And I don't even like Javonte. Yeah, he's an unrestricted free agent. I mean, I don't like Javonte Williams, but I do need to make a conscious effort to be a little bit less of a rookie slappy in these drafts. Because there are going to be some rookie values doesn't mean they're all going to be values, right? No, I don't think Kansas City's going to be fun next year. It seems unlikely because they're probably going to have to replace Kelsey. They're not going to add, they're not going to add a fun wide receiver. If you think about it, the fun factor in Kansas City was Tyreek. Tyreek was the one who added the fun. I don't know. Let me look at Mahomes' 2021 first year, or 2022 first year. I guess he was awesome in 2022. So I misspoke. He won MVP that year. Let's see how he was fun that year. Mahomes throws 41 touchdowns, 12 picks. Travis Kelce has 110 yards and 1,400 touchdowns. 110 receptions, 1,400 yards. Juju has 78 receptions for 933 yards. McKinnon scores 9 touchdowns out of the backfield. MVS has 42 for 687. I don't know, man. Fuck. Derek Carr goes. That is brutal. Where are we at on rookie running backs? We only have one. All right, I will take my guy LeQuint here. Yeah, almost for yes. They are for sure losing Trey Smith. He's about to make $1 billion in free agency, and they're not going to pay him. The right tackle stinks, and they just don't have a left tackle. I don't know, man. I don't know. It feels like they like each other. I saw a great tweet yesterday that said Kelsey and Travis got in the SUV, and all of a sudden she started to notice just that the way he breathes is annoying after losing the Super Bowl. They're not going to. Kansas City's definitely not getting rid of Matt Nagy, though. That's definitely not happening. This would have been a nice team to get Mr. Besh, but we were unable to pull it off. So we are going to take Damian Martinez with this pick, or Brashard Smith. We don't care which one. Is Dart gone in this one? Dart is gone in this one, man. Tough scenes out there. All right, Damian Martinez, welcome to the team. This might be a Russell Wilson team, honestly. I've seen all these conspiracy theories. Can't say that I particularly believe in them, but I have seen them. All right, how's this team looking? Probably wish I would have got one more vet running back in there. All right, we started with Jared Goff, Justin Fields, Alvin Kamara, Caleb Johnson, Tony Pollard, Javonte Williams, LeQuint Allen Jr., and Damian Martinez, St. Brown with Goff, A.J. Brown, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Mike Evans, Rashid Shaheed, got sniped on Derek Carr, Hollywood Brown, Jaden Higgins, Dallas Goedert, Colson Loveland, and Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts after ADP, dude. Crazy. All right, we're definitely going to do at least one more. So get your clickers ready. I mean, yeah, I probably should stop taking Justin Fields, but he is just such an obvious value. If the Steelers came out tomorrow and said, Justin is our starter, Russell Wilson is gone, Justin Fields is the quarterback 10, Justin Fields just is going super high in these drafts. You know what, though? I'm going to take Russell Wilson in this one and hope that he is quarterbacking Rashid Shaheed or Jaden Higgins. Well, I mean, you'd like to get points out of him in the regular season. Although, when Liam won Best Ball Mania, famously, he had Justin Fields on that team. And Fields contributed like 4 points all season. I can't believe I'm about to take Russell Wilson in a fantasy football draft in the year of our Lord, 2025. But I did it. Because I think when your second quarterback is sketchy, you just need outs with your third quarterback. You can take Jalen Milroe, or you can take Tyler Shuck. You can take whoever you want. Thank you, Mr. Bindles. GM to you. Yeah, what if Riley Leonard playing week 17 for the Saints is who you need? All right, should we do Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins? Sure. Jalen Noel and Jaden Higgins. All right, final team, Goff, Fields, and Wilson. Alvin Kamara, Caleb Johnson, Tony Pollard, Javonte Williams, LaQuint Allen Jr., and Damian Martinez. Wide receiver room, Amon-Ra St. Brown, A.J. Brown, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Mike Evans, Rashid Shaheed, Hollywood Brown, Jaden Higgins, and Jalen Noel. Dallas Goedert, Colston Loveland, and Kyle Pitts. Let's head back into our draft room. That one was a little slower, so let's see if we can speed it back up here. And we are going to enter into another one. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No Big Island women yet. Dude, what if Iowa State is who you need? All right, Dogan, you got in one. Austin, you got in. Hochberg, you're here again. Jake, you got in one. There we go. I think we got some more friends. And I'm still on the... I guess 106 is not exactly the right side of the board. This is now big board 38 of 150. So we are well on our way. All right, Dogan joined 2. Clay missed this one. I mean, you don't have to set your other to auto draft, bro. I am very happy that I figured out this YouTube window thing, or this Firefox window thing, so that I don't have to be moving the screen all over. Missed again. It's so nice, man, to get them done. Shuby, GM, you don't got to draft well, but you do have to draft quickly. That's all that we ask. Austin, that means you too, bro. I know you're in here, and I know that you're taking a lot of time before you take Bijan Robinson, brother. These are seconds of our lives that we're never going to get back. I guess. You know what? I'm going to take CD at 6 this time over Puka. Ron, if I ever got a celebrity to do a podcast with me, I would not bring them on this channel. I would have them do a take cast with me. All right, I'm taking CD this time. Took CD instead of Puka just to do something a little bit different. Yeah, if I got a celebrity to do a show with me, I would have them do the take cast instead. That is a better format for it, and I need to grow that channel a little bit. Anyway, I've not done an episode in a couple weeks. I don't know, man. Well, that is very valid. That is obviously my experience. Yeah, dude, I would love this. I mean, that's the type of stuff that would change your life. No, Aaron, I did not bing something. Someone else asked this question earlier too. Underdog in Missouri does a promo on Mondays where you get a 25% deposit bonus. So on Mondays, I deposit $1,000 and I get 250 free bucks. Bonus dollars, I believe they're called. Guys, this draft is not. We're not exactly super cooking here. Maybe we have some non-friends and family in here. Yeah, you literally have to do the deposit. Yeah, if you're getting a 25% deposit bonus, I could withdraw the other money. And maybe I will since it's the off season. But that is too good of a deposit bonus to to pass up, I think. All right, we've got a Juventus goal versus PSG. Oh, the American, Weston McKennie. All right. Oh man, this is brutal. We've got 2 full clockers at the turn. Well, you're not gonna. The thing is they're not gonna do bonuses, towards BBM. God, I knew this was gonna happen. I knew we were gonna run into a room. All right, this is one of my first McCaffrey teams. CD McCaffrey, like we're drafting last year, brother. I would assume that the bonuses are gonna stop. They just want people on the app when the NFL is not going on, I would assume. Yep. Had a good run all day. And we can slow down. You know, we can chat a little bit more about what's actually happening with the team. Sort of interesting, this McCaffrey thing, because what I've always kind of wondered about him is it feels like it should be pretty binary with McCaffrey. Like either he is the clear 101 because he's Christian McCaffrey and he's expected to be the highest scoring running back, or he's like way later of a pick because he's actually injured, right? It feels a bit strange that he's so in the middle. Like what the market has decided is it's kind of interesting. I guess the market has decided he's going to be an old running back who's not as good, which is just sort of, you would never think that would happen. Oh gosh, Xavier Worthy, what a difficult click. Do I do any calisthenics? I mean, I run. I do like cardio. Like I do the Stairmaster. I ran 2 miles on the treadmill this morning. But I don't do a ton of like explosive movement stuff. It's something I'm trying to add into my training, Rusty. I am trying to be a little bit more, trying to do like some box jumps, some kettlebell stuff, but mostly I like to go, he does mean more like body weight type stuff, and I don't really do any of that. I mostly like to go to the gym and put a lot of weight on the bar and move that weight around, which is not necessarily the most health forward thing all the time. I mean, obviously it's good for you, but there's other stuff you can be doing. Man, I can't believe there are 176 of you guys watching a big board stream in February. Man, is it going to be tilting to me though when Peter starts streaming next week and he just immediately is getting like 400 people watching. I mean, it's not going to be tilting, but I am going to be like, what do I got to do, bro? Probably not, David. I think I'm probably about cooked. I think we are about done. Yeah, don't get me wrong. A rising tide lifts all boats. It is just, I am in a spot, and actually there's a take cast that's coming out tomorrow that I did with Holka where he talks about this. Like right now, I'm definitely doing a little bit of rowing really, really, really hard, but in not the wrong direction, but pushing me back. Like I am not doing everything that I could do to maximize. Like my thumbnails aren't very good. I don't pay a thumbnail. I don't do any videos. Like I only do streaming. I need to try and do like either a second channel or like more video stuff that's a little bit more mass appeal. I need to be doing like mock drafts and things like that. There are things I could be doing better that I'm actively not doing, which is okay, you know. So part of it is definitely just like getting the reps, showing up, doing the work. It's true. Water always finds its level. Well, I'm not directly competing against Peter. I would have really liked to have taken Kyron Williams with that discount there. You know what? Jaden Daniels, he's on the thumbnail. bang. Jaden Daniels. That is the first time I've taken him. That is definitely the first time. Got him after ADP. There's probably a McLaurin drafter right behind me who's tilting. Where is the McLaurin drafter? Oh my God. But I missed him because the McLaurin went 14. That feels crazy. Yeah, come on, guys. We can up the likes a little bit. How many likes are there? 96 likes, bro. That's pathetic, bro. That's percent. That is you just hate to see it. Yeah, it's impossible to get Jaden and McLaurin together, but the only way you can do it is if you do it really early, and that guy said, "You know what? I don't need it." All right. All right, let's do Olave. Kind of light on Olave. Not really a great teammate stack for Jaden Daniels, which I guess is sort of interesting. Oh, bull in a china shop. You've been in these rooms all morning, brother. Ooh. CD Genty McLaurin Daniels is fucking sick. I am not gonna promise this. No. If we get 69 likes in the next 5 minutes, I'm not gonna promise this. But I will tell you, every like, every time you guys tell someone to watch the stream, really the best thing, actually, honestly, subscribing to the channel is the number one thing, because the subscription number helps with like partnerships and telling people what's going on. That is the number one thing is subscribing. It's true. 69 likes in a 5-minute span at least leaves the window open, but I'm not promising anything. I am starting to get a little brain foggy. Yeah, you just got to feed the algo. Really, best thing for the algo is clicking on a video and staying on it. It's one of the things I've learned. Big thing for the algorithm is retention time, which, if you think about it, makes total sense from like YouTube's perspective, because they just want people to be on their application. My rankings are in the wrong order. Okay, no, I was going to say Sidekick has my rankings wrong, but it doesn't, because it just wants me to take a wide receiver because I started with McCaffrey early, but no way am I not taking Caleb. Well, all right, I guess I'm taking Travion Henderson. Joke's on you, brother. Thank you, Shuby, for taking my guy. Don't love that. All right, we have got Jaden Daniels. We've got Christian McCaffrey and Travion Henderson in our running back room. CeeDee Lamb, Xavier Worthy, and Chris Olave. Honestly, this is a really good team. This is a team I'm hoping not to drop the baby. I was going to say maybe we get Mahomes with this next pick, but he just goes. But we have Dak later. We have Carr really late. You could definitely even get away with Purdy and McCaffrey. I think Purdy and McCaffrey are actually probably like slightly. No, not even slightly. They're definitely positively correlated. You could certainly see week 17, Brock Purdy, 5 touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns to McCaffrey. And there are all these wide receivers in the queue, actually, I like. Ridley, McMillan. I don't think I've taken Ridley a single time yet. Well, never mind. We're going to take Juwan Jennings. We get the teammate boost there. Have the ability to take one Mr. Broccolus Purdy. I think that shorts are really good for building like a new account, but shorts, like people like Actually, my buddy Jack, Mr. Settleman, the head of Winning at Underdog, could point this out to you guys. He deleted his YouTube account with 600,000 subscribers because it was mostly a YouTube Shorts account, and he basically just said, like, you know, we want to build out a different type of channel, so we need to start from square one. So they deleted the account, started over, and they don't do shorts on that account, I believe. Maybe they do, but the big thing are these like produced videos where they like go to all these stadiums. So it's just like a different type of audience, really. I just need to get to as many best ball sickos as possible, really. We're well on our way. All right, Daniels, McCaffrey, Travion, Lamb, Worthy, Olave, Jennings. Shaheed or Golden would be good here. I don't even really care which. We'll do, you know what, actually? We're going way off type. I'm taking TP. Taking Tony Pollard. You know, running backs, dude, it's the year of the running back. Exactly, yeah. The type of person who like really is into fantasy football shorts is probably not gonna watch a 3-hour best ball stream, which is fine. You know, it doesn't have to be. You can subscribe and you can get different things, but you know, I do just enjoy. I guess the thing is that I just love doing this type of content. And the question is just, how do you do this type of content in the most effective way? Yeah, well, so Zach is very good at, Zach Lenars, said his name right. He's very good at making shorts. He's very good at it. He gets the vibe. He gets the buzz. He gets the vibe. He's a talented guy. That's probably the earliest I've seen Dobbins go, but I can't even say that it's inappropriate. I think it's probably correct. Fuck. All right. Well, I was gonna take Shaheed. I just do not like Darnell Mooney. So I'm gonna take Purdy. We've got our second quarterback, Purdy, McCaffrey, and Jennings. Cooking up a bit of a weird one here. There's kind of an argument that, and here you guys tell me what you think about this, that you don't want all of your Dak, you don't want all of your CD to have Dak. You might want all of your Dak to have CD, but I'm thinking like BR related, like weeks that CeeDee Lamb would be the 101. I definitely would not take Dak with him, you know, every time. It would be more limited. I'd maybe do about half the time. Yeah, we got to shake the grass and release the sickos. 6.8K is good. I would love to get to 10,000 by the time the 2025 NFL season starts. That would be pretty ideal. You know, for an early quarterback team, though, I mean, I'm not going to love my tight ends, but for an early quarterback team, a running back room of McCaffrey, Travion, and Pollard, and a wide receiver room of CD, Worthy, Olave, and Jennings. I mean, that feels pretty good. My draft capital buckets are not strong, though. Yeah, I'm in bucket 3 at wide receiver. I'm probably not going to be, and I won't be able to get into bucket 1, really. My next pick will be 32 points. Yeah, so it's just going to be basically impossible, but that's okay. Just got the Worthy, Mahomes, and the overflow. There we go. Of course, there's always room for this. Your boy Bowers is like the 15th overall pick, Listoic, and we take him quite a bit. I agree with not always having Dak. Feels like you get two players tied together more often than you might actually want, for sure. I mean, that is one of the number one combos that gets drafted, I think. And you know what, man? I'm taking Dallas Goedert as our tight end here. Sidekick wants Kelsey because it's waiting ADP, but the sidekick didn't watch the Super Bowl. And maybe we get a we have some divisional stacking going on here. We have Eagles with our Commanders. We have Cowboys with our Commanders. Going to be a great Zach Ertz team. My friends, the Badge Bros, are going to do some dinger content, and the Stacking Dingers YouTube account is awesome. Here, check out this website right here, Mike. And if you join YouTube as a member, we did a Major League Baseball best ball stream 2 weeks ago. We did a members only stream. Doug S. Thank you, man. Thank you for allowing me to do this. Every YouTube, I mean, you guys really, I don't know, maybe you guys do know, but like every YouTube member, every super chat, every person who signs up for the Patreon, you guys make this experiment that I'm doing so much simpler, you know, because it's not being fuck. I was gonna take Travis Hunter. All right, here's a pick I never make. I don't even, God, I hate, you know what? They can't stop me. Devin Neal ahead of ADP. I didn't really know what I wanted to do there, so I took Devin Neal. Thank you, man. Thank you, Doug. Yes, I agree. Waddle in particular does feel too cheap for me. That was probably a bad pick right there. I probably should have just taken Trey Harris, but I just don't like Trey Harris, and I don't think he goes that high in the NFL draft. I think Trey Harris might be a day 3 pick. Really. It would not be crazy to me if he was a day 3 pick. All right. Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Travion Henderson, Devin Neal, CeeDee Lamb, Xavier Worthy, Chris Olave, and Juwan Jennings. We are definitely going to need some massive seasons from CeeDee Lamb, Xavier Worthy. No, come on, man. Waddle is not as good as his believers believe, and Waddle is not as bad as his haters. Harris's yards per route run, I've never seen anything like it. Harris had, oh God, what was it? 5.4 yards per route run. Never seen anything like it. But you got to ask yourself this. If it's that unbelievable and Trey Harris is not a unanimous consensus first rounder, then isn't there something else weird going on there? That's kind of what I think. I'm like, isn't there something else weird going on? Because it does feel strange to me that he would have been that productive of a player, and that we would be like, well, do we even care about this? Because he's gonna do. I'll tell you this: he's gonna have. He's gonna have a terrible. He's either not gonna run at the combine or he's gonna be slow. Like I watched a lot. I mean, I watch a lot of college football just because I like it, and I play college football DFS, and he was a really high salary college football DFS guy, and so was Dart. And watching Ole Miss, you'd be like, man, he is so slow. No, it is crazy, but it's why, yes, it's a Windhorst. If this guy has 5.4 yards per route run and he's not a unanimous first round pick, you got to be doing a little bit of Windhorst there. You got to be doing a little bit of, oh no, dude, the combine is like the best. The combine, I've got no Christian Kirks yet. There you go. Christian Kirk, welcome to the team. Another very adult pick for this room after a very adolescent pick of Devin Neal. Is there an yes, Josh Jacobs. Number 1 anti-slappy pick, Josh Jacobs. No slappy is taking Josh Jacobs, and all the anti-slappies are going, oh, I just like touchdowns. I like 17 touchdowns. I'll take him. Kiffin's offense has the X receiver stay on the line of scrimmage a lot on their pass plays to keep the corners from covering the deep thirds. Okay. That is good. That is good context and good information. I wonder if there are like I'd have to look it up to find some other Kiffin wide receivers who have similar traits. But I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure they exist. Dubs is a good pick here. No tight end is a good pick here. All right. You know what? I'm going to keep my slappy card. No, whatever. I'm taking Dubs. Probably should just take Dontavian Wicks, but whatever. Malik Keith. Malik Keith is pretty slappy. Josh Jacobs is not good, but whatever. That battle is so old. Josh Jacobs is a sick volume merchant, but every running back is a volume merchant. Fields went 129. We are in a slappy ass environment. Fields before Penix, before Richardson, before Tua. Fields before Tua is crazy. Although you guys better be ready for the release of draft value when there is no draft value left to be had for Justin Fields once Russell Wilson is on a different team. Could be a star method. Is Pickens on this team? It's probably not a star method if Pickens is not on the team. I guess it could be. I don't know. Yeah, Fields as a starter. He's not a very good real quarterback, but he is insanely good for fantasy. If I get sniped on Zach Ertz, it's not going to feel very good, and Fields pretty likely. Bro, what do you it's just true, dude. Justin Fields fantasy points per game. I mean, I think you would be stunned. Fields last year finishes a top 5 quarterback 3 times. No, more. I didn't get sniped on Zach Ertz, so I'm going to take Zach Ertz right here because I'll be mad if I don't get the stack. Fields in 2023 finished as a top 5 quarterback 6 times, including in week 17. In 2022, he finishes a top 5 quarterback 8 times. I mean, dude, it's just crazy, man. Yeah, I don't think the Patriots are getting Chris Godwin. He's definitely not guaranteed to retire. I think I make the odds. I think I've been saying about 45% of the time he retires. So about or 55% of the time. So about like minus 130-ish. No one thinks he's good as an NFL quarterback. We just think he scores fantasy points, which he does. Zach, people forget I was the Zach Ertz thought leader in the big board last year. So my big board brand is unimpeachable. And I got Worthy and Ertz in this one. So we are cruising. Let's take, do we have a rookie wide receiver yet? All right, no rookie wide receivers yet. We'll take Jalen Royals. I like to balance the sloppy stuff out. Don't want to have too many rookie wide receivers on one team. Don't want to have too many rookie running backs on one team. I probably break that rule with the rookie running backs quite a bit. But it's hard not to. The rookies are the fun, new, exciting guys. By the way, it's going to be miserable here. I think we're about to get... Are you guys going to get snow? Because I think we are about to get 5 inches of snow here. Higbee is this year's Ertz. Fields has had plenty of good games with only 1 rushing touchdown. Fields has had, Fields is, I don't know, he's not really that dissimilar from all the other quarterbacks that people have hated. Like, I remember people, dude, against Denver in 2023, he threw for 335 yards and 4 touchdowns. He only ran for 25 yards in that game. Yeah, KC is we're getting blasted here, dude, in St. Louis. It's freaking miserable, man. Well, Stoic, why aren't you in the streets, bro? Streets are warm, man. We can't wait to have you. Well, I hate to say it, but this is again a running back room in need of an adult. Yes. Yeah. Zach makes all these. Zach did the mini men YouTube short. He's the king, dude. He's the king. Zach is the king of the niche corner of the internet fantasy football machine. Matt knows Nick knows he's just being a contrarian, Matt. That happens, man. By the way, I love that this tight end room is Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz. That's very funny to me. What is Goddard's contract status, actually? Because he got banged up. I wonder, is there an out in his deal? Because Philadelphia is in a tough cap situation. If Goddard gets cut, they save nothing. Well, if they do a post-June 1st release, they can save $6 million against the cap. So they might, actually. Fields is not, again, he's not that bad of a passer either. It's just hard for people to contextualize Fields appropriately, also because he's played for such bad teams. He definitely is not as bad. Like, he is just a good fantasy quarterback. It is what it is. It's breaking my brain. And he's not even that bad of a real life quarterback. Like, I don't know. He's not any worse than like Gardner Minshew. I could kind of see him having a revitalized second career, a la Baker Mayfield. He's definitely not. He's never was as good as Baker, but I can see it. We need a wide receiver. Let's err on the side of an adult. Let's do Gabe Davis. Where are we at with quarterbacks? Are all the good ones gone? No, I should have taken Carr with that pick. Idiot. You're an idiot. He definitely won't. I think he's unlikely to start. He's pretty unlikely to start all 17 games, honestly, whether it be due to benching or injury or whatever. I wonder, it's kind of interesting, though. I wonder, is Jameis not being drafted enough in these? Like, couldn't Jameis sign as a starter? Like, Jameis could be, he probably couldn't be a Raider, but he could be a... Jameis could be a Giant, maybe? Jameis could do, maybe Bryce Young's backup? Could Jameis maybe be Bryce Young's backup? I don't know. It feels like the NFL needs some Jameis, but the NFL teams just hate Jameis. NFL teams are they are so loath to give him the opportunity. You know who is maybe going to be a surprising guy who gets some starts is Tyler Shuck from he played at Oregon, he played at Texas Tech. This dude played everywhere. He's 26 years old. So Tyler Shuck started 1 year at Oregon, 2 years at Texas Tech, and then ended his career in Louisville. Only 951 passes. Okay, car went. That's annoying. You know what? We earned ourselves another little treat. We could take LaQuint Allen. Maybe we're hoping one of these guys ends up with Daniels, actually, as a backfield mate. The turnovers with Jameis are just, they're too brutal. The combine can definitely save his stock, Shuby, but I have moved a little bit lower on Milroe because there's not been one report come out that been like, oh, you know, the physical tools are so intriguing. He might be a first round pick. Like if we get one, like, Dane Brugler comes in and says, like, oh, he might be, he's top 50 in my big board at all. I've been live for 2 hours and 56 minutes. I am interested in what Herzig is spinning. Yeah. I think Herzig and I are going to try and do a show around this theory. Because Nick Nash is a 26-year-old converted quarterback who got like 40% of his production against FCS schools. Now that being said, I'm taking Mason Taylor. I don't think I've taken him yet today. That being said, I like Nick Nash. Nick Nash is like my favorite type of player. He's got like interesting physical tools. He's like a big-bodied guy. I also just love guys who convert positions. That's like one of my favorite things. Yeah, Nick Nash is a baller. All right, Brugler was hyping up Shuck. Well, it's spelled like show. It's spelled Shough, but then I think it's pronounced Shuck. I believe that is the case. Don't quote me on that. Could be a hilarious mispronunciation from yours truly. Yeah, I mean he is a if you told me Nick Nash was a 3rd round pick, I just haven't seen him on any big boards or anything. I don't know. This could be a good Milroe team. Kind of need another wide receiver though. What's the latest Google result on Nick Nash? Can we get anything good on Nick Nash? That he opted out of the Hawaii Bowl. Nick Nash past month. Fantasy Pros says he's a riser. Well, we'll see. It's also a very cool name. Nick Nash, very cool name. I do like Kramer, it's funny you say that. I love Khalil Mullings. I love him. I probably am drafted the most Ricky White of anyone. I would guess I'm close to the highest percentage of teams with Ricky White on them. All right, this one's gonna be boring, but I'm gonna do Russell Wilson again. Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, Russell Wilson, Christian McCaffrey, Travion Henderson, Tony Pollard, Devin Neal, Javonte Williams, LaQuint Allen Jr., CeeDee Lamb, Xavier Worthy, Chris Olave, Juwan Jennings, Christian Kirk, Romeo Doubs, Jalen Royals, and Gabe Davis. A tight end room of Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz, and Mason Taylor. I like Tootin. It's more like, I'm not 100% 3 quarterback because of the buys. It's more that like I'm in round 20. It's like I can take Russell Wilson, who's like for sure going to start like 8 games, or I can take a 7th running back who like, is Jordan James a good pick? I don't know. Is Torrey Horton a good pick? I don't know. Is Theo Johnson a good pick? I don't know. It just feels like the quarterbacks are safer, I guess. And maybe that's a bad way to draft, but that's just kind of how I'm thinking about it. All right, boys, that is going to do it for me here today. I will, of course, be back with all of you 10 a.m. Central Time tomorrow with one Mr. Chess Liam. I appreciate all of you guys. If you enjoyed that, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you very much for watching.
It's Short King Summer, dude. It just feels like no one in fantasy sports ever learns anything. Does he mistime it, or is Brock Bowers just a grown man? Brock Bowers is just a grown man. Dare I say, Rich, football might be back. In the words of Lane Johnson, this offense looks